A USB drive requires power from a computer to work. True or false?
No idea what that is. Hey guys, welcome back to Just Trish. It's chaotic morning here. It's chaotic. We're having a 2-hour late start than normal, not on purpose, but just chaos ensues. This is the Just Trish podcast, you guys. Today we have just a shout out. Shout out to patreon.com/justtrish. You get 2 bonus videos a week. Plus we have a new headshot this month. Moses, we have Gamer Girl Trish. Gamer Girl Trish has been unlocked. Yes. The people did not want this one. I chose this one.
Oh, Trisha has spoken.
Trisha has spoken. They liked the smile, but I wanted something different for the people who collect, right? Because each one has my face always looks the same, so this one's a different face. So this is our headshot of the month. Gamer Girl Trish unlocked. We have so many gaming videos, and that's our headshot of the month for our headshot and producer tier. Plus our sticker of the month is the Trishmoji Tavern Maid, the coveted Tavern Maid sticker. This is a one of a kind. I don't even think this is on our Bitmoji. Is it the Tavern Maid or is it?
I think it is.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think so.
Well, get it sticker form. I know. I feel like I haven't seen it because this one's like so pretty. Not that the other ones.
Check. Yeah, because when we first uploaded our Trishmojis, we were unlocking spots. So now we might have
it's unlocked.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Trishmoji, and yeah, that's our thing. Shout out to our producers. We have producer questions today because I didn't have a lot of hot topics. So producer questions, shout out. You also in the credits. Oh, also producers this year. For the next 3 months, if you're a producer, you're gonna get one of these cards with handwritten note from me to you with your name that appears in the credits. So I think that's an upgrade, to be honest. I don't know. We'll go back to Hot Topics notes when I have enough, but until then, I'm gonna handwrite those notes for you guys, and I'm excited. And also, exciting announcement today. Let me move this half-eaten peanut butter crispy. I've been eating a lot. I like Cheetos. Anyways, not good stuff this morning. We have the Just Trish Bedazzled Blink Ups today. They are officially on sale today. You guys, we're starting off just to see if you like them. They're really, really limited, let me tell you. And I'm not just saying that to go buy them. Because even if no one buys them, I could use all the cups. I love all of them. That's how limited they are. But yes, I had this for a couple months. And I've been wanting to use it, but I didn't want to get people too excited. But people have seen it in like little background, little TikToks, whatever, and have been excited. So this is my collaboration with Blinged Up. We're selling them through our site, JustTrish.com. They are all hand bedazzled on there. So, this is a little bit, it's a little more of a luxury item. If you're looking for something more affordable, we do have t-shirts and stuff coming in a couple months. But right now we're just testing out the website, built ourselves. Everything's ourselves. This is all in-house. We're shipping. My mom's shipping these in the post office tomorrow. So they're all packed nicely. Blinged Up made them nice and tight. So that way they're good to go. And you can only get these through JustTrish.com. Not through Blinged Up. She's super cool. She's like, you have to go through Trish. So, yeah, I think they're really cute. I love these cups so much. We have our water. Now I can finally drink the water out because I love, seriously, all my last pregnancy, I only used cups. And so I'm really excited now we can drink these for our water. Oscar has one. Moses has one. Everyone's going to be using these for our water all the time. It keeps them nice and cool. I really do love these cups. I think the quality is great. You guys know I love bling cups. So I think that'd be fun. I don't know. It's a little dipping our toes in it. Like I said, we are going to have traditional merch like hoodies and t-shirts coming in a couple months. And they're so cool. And they're going to be affordable. But if you want a little something. The oversharing cups we had, not to bring up a sore subject, but we had 2, I guess I got them for me and her. I got 2 oversharing cups that weren't even they were fine, but the design wasn't, again, my fault, not anyone else's. But yeah, those we sold them on Poshmark and people loved them. Do you have more of those? I was like, ugh. But anyway, shout out to the people who had this. But we're gonna do a limited run. If you guys like them, we might restock a little bit. But I have a different design coming for Christmas, so we'll probably only do this run and maybe another one if you guys like them because this is really limited. But yeah, there you go. And my mom's so antsy to get these shipped out. She's like, I'm gonna package them up today in anticipation that everyone's gonna buy them. So my mom's on it.
I mean, don't wait. There's less than 100.
There's less than 100, yeah.
So don't wait.
I don't know if people tell quantities, but yeah, we can. We have limited quantity.
Yeah, wait, they should know. There's less than, they'll be upset otherwise. They'll be like, oh, I thought I have a minute. I'll buy it tomorrow. Like, no, if it's not now, it's not going to happen.
There's the rush right there. Get it today. No, it is really limited, but shout out to my mom. She gets things out quick. She'll do Poshmark the same day. I think she thinks people are going to like change their mind or something. She's like, I got to get these packaged up. I'm like, okay, so shout out to my mom for being the shipping, we're the receiving department. But I actually really love this. I really do. I'm so excited to use it.
Too.
Yeah, shout out to my sister too. She does the technical stuff. She gets the shipping labels. I don't even know how that works. Shopify, have you ever tried that? So confusing.
I had to ship out packages when
Did you?
Joey had a Depop. So
oh my god!
Yeah, I kind of relate, but I was also really bad at it. And it was stressful. It's oh my god,
you really
I feel
did
for
everything.
Them.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh!
There's the one that I was like a me, a Callie, and your mom.
Oh my god, maybe that's why you're burnt out. Because sometimes I'm like, Oscar, can you? He's like, that's just I don't know. It's too complicated. I'm like, okay, which is fine, which is good. We have a little team now. We have a Moses, we have a mom, we have a sister, we have an Oscar. That makes sense. God, you really did everything. Like, I gotta go do this, I do this. Like, weren't you picking up puppies or cats or something for him?
Yes.
Damn.
On the street, just
I know. just randomly collecting.
you find some stray cats.
I need that, Oscar.
We did get a cat off the street.
Did
once,
you?
Yeah.
Was it in Inglewood? It might have been Moses' cats. He has a ton of them still.
We don't know where they are now.
Yeah.
But
Did you just rescue one?
We did get one off the street. Yeah, I think it was Koreatown though, so I don't know if it was.
Oh, well, he did live in Koreatown at one point. Yeah,
maybe you knew her.
Probably. He was like the cat whisperer. He had all the cats. Anyways, yeah, that's justtrish.com. Yeah, we had another family member working on that Shopify. It's all in the family. I was like one of my family members.
Family-owned business.
Literally, it literally is. Even our t-shirts and hoodies, they're like, because we got them overseas and like, where do you want us to send like all these shipments? Again, we got limited quantity of that. And we're like, just our house. And like, oh, okay. So we're shipping, receiving. We got to make like a little shipping and receiving room, make it cute. I really am adamant about that. But I'm going to be drinking from this today. We have the water. It's a chaotic morning. It's chaos. How are you feeling today?
Oh, great. Also a little chaotic, but we're running the vibes. Yeah. But I feel like we do well in chaos. Like, I don't know. It kind of makes things a little bit more fun and spicy. I feel like we're funnier when the vibe is chaotic.
I think so too, because everything's just like there's a million things. But what I like is I put my phone away for this time and I like don't see anything. Like nothing exists for 4 hours.
And then when we get out, it's like, oh, what did we miss?
Oh,
you know?
Missed everything. Yeah. I was getting phone call. I was like, even before, I'm like, okay, let me get this phone call before we start. Because even after today, the family member helped us up to Shopify. He's like, okay, I need to help you get set up with sales tax. I was like, okay, I got you. But for now, it's just Wendy Williams here today. And I don't have my Gucci sunglasses. She has the Gucci glasses with this. This is from her. I finally did the documentary look a month later. Finally got it. And I couldn't find the Gucci glasses. So instead, I got the rainbow Birkin here as like a little, it's like a little, it's just as iconic.
Bonus. For Patreons.
We're gonna make the value of this very high. One day it's gonna go for $1 million. It is crazy because I do have the original. Someone asked me, they emailed me if they had the original Hermes receipt, and I actually do for this one. I swear I have the invoice from where I bought it, Privy Porter. I bought it for $48,000, as I told you. The receipt, which I didn't know we ever had. I didn't know we had the original receipt. She puts it in there, but after you buy it, because like whatever, you can't do returns because it's like custom. The original receipt was in there from Paris. It was a $7,000 bag.
Huh?
And then I ruined the value. Not only did it ruin the value by putting this on because it's like considered aftermarket, so no one wants an aftermarket bag. I was paid $48,000.
Wait.
I know.
It's kind of like the Rolexes.
The Rolexes are the same. Icebox Rolexes I bought. They were one was like $70,000. Crazy, like insane. Can't sell it. Can't worth nothing. We know a jeweler.
Like you had diamonds on them, and it takes their value down.
Yeah, no one wants to buy it aftermarket.
That's why, like, the Lucy DeLuca, any, like, drag race people who want to come for you, that is an ally right there. That is an LGBT plus ally. Someone who will waste that much money just for Pride Month.
To represent.
I have not seen any other ally go out and do that. You know what I mean? So if anyone ever questions your allyship again...
Lucy DeLuca. I'm the number one ally right here.
100%. No one else has done that.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll donate the portions of this to something. There's an LGBT
center, yeah.
Can you just donate
it to them before, too?
What if I just donated it to you? Are you considered a charity of the LGBTQ? If you donate
I'll take it.
to someone that's gay, be like, here.
We'll
do that too. We'll give it a little bit. Yeah. Do you have a nonprofit? I feel like everyone has nonprofits.
Don't have a nonprofit.
Really?
No.
Who told me to get? Oh, we had meetings with like a manager at an agency, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can even help you like set up a nonprofit." Which I don't even know what that means, but I'm like, I guess that sounds good. I'm like, my nonprofit would be the hungry kids in the world. I swear, one day, maybe the lottery tonight. Tonight, when you guys are seeing this, it's at $1.1 billion. Oh
my God.
I'm not going to advocate for gambling because I think it's against the rules, but I'm just saying, like, I want that 1.1 billion. And if we do, I'll get the house with the slides. I'll do all that. I'll make sure you get your 10-year salary because we'll probably stop this for a minute. But I would go feed all the kids hungry here in LA, across the world. I mean, I want Moses to make his bolognese for everybody or lasagna.
That is so sweet.
The lasagna would fill people up. Not only will it fill people up, they can like reheat that. Right?
Yeah,
like that's
you can freeze it up, heat it up anytime.
Yeah, my mom eats it cold actually. They don't even need to reheat it. So anyways, that's really what I told the people, I was like, that's what I would want to do as a nonprofit. We do feed the children. We've been feeding those children for like
Should
10
call
years.
it the Hunger Games.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Kind of dark, maybe. I don't know, but I like it.
It's
You also-
Mr. Beast style.
Oh yeah. Has he ever done a Hunger Games thing? That'd be cool if he did like a big.
I feel like he must have, right?
I feel like he's after
is,
that time.
He is the modern Hunger Games.
Yeah.
He's
Like,
Snow.
he basically
He
has
is
to.
President Snow.
Yeah. Which he had sympathy for President Snow at the end. So you're kind of like, and the beginning.
I feel like it's only when you saw him hot is when you kind of felt bad for him, right?
No, I felt bad for him at the end when with whatever the one where she shoots an arrow at him.
Spoiler alert.
That's like, isn't that old? Like 10 years ago or
I
something?
think the first movie just turned 12 like 2 days ago.
I saw
over the
that.
weekend.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I felt bad for him then. I was kind of like, oh, I kind of feel bad. No.
No.
Okay. When do we feel bad for Mr. Beast? The origin story or the end of his life? We should know his origin story. What made him? What did make him this
That's
way?
a good question.
It's not something when he was a child in high school.
And I feel like being a
Something.
straight man has a lot to do with
Straight
it.
man, he probably idolized David Dobrik for sure. There's something back there, 100%. Yeah, it'd be cool if they made like a large scale version of the Hunger Games from the second movie, like with the big wheel and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you participate?
Is it like a real one or
No,
like
it's
like a Mr. Beast style?
It's like the Squid Games Netflix reality show.
Oh, 100% I would. I don't think I would win, but I think I'd get somewhere in the middle at least.
Really?
I really do think I'd get somewhere in the middle. I don't think I'd be one of the first
I think
outs.
you can win.
I think you
I
could
think you
win
can
too.
win.
You're
I
like
think-
the smart ones that
yeah.
won. You know what I mean? Because they were
Also-
like physical, but also smart.
Yeah. After seeing your routine, like I think you can pull it off.
Routine.
My cosplay.
Okay, this week we got to do reaction videos. I don't know how soon you can edit these, but I need to do these reaction videos because I need to see this. Are you talking about his dance routine or the one you
Yeah.
showed me where he's in the forest?
No, the dance routine.
So I only
Because
saw a little bit.
that
It was
one too,
long.
yeah.
It was,
Okay, I'm gonna see these, but
Yeah,
I think you could.
I think sometimes I get a little, especially in a competition setting, sometimes I like oversell myself. I'm like, I could totally win, and I get myself into a pickle that way.
Oh, so
you
yeah.
know? But
You gotta undersell.
oh, you already
Yeah.
started confusing the enemy. That
Yeah.
no, don't worry about me. I'm gonna be in the middle,
You're
but then
right.
he's gonna win.
okay, T,
Right,
maybe, yeah.
right. That is
That's
like
strategy.
underselling for sure.
How would you do?
Fail immediately. Even the traders, I was like, I probably would definitely be the first to go home. I would be so suspicious right away. I know I would just fail. I'm the old lady that Finnick carries. Is that Finnick who carries her? I'd be that
That'd be
person.
us, yeah.
Who
I'll,
is it?
I'll carry you.
Yeah,
to the,
yeah. Literally. Do you think you could carry me on your back?
Yeah, I
I
think
feel like
so.
you're strong. I don't know.
I'm stronger than I think. Sometimes even I kind of surprise
Yeah?
myself, I think. Yeah.
What do you lift?
Well, it depends on the workout, I guess. For like squatting, I can do the bars 45 and 245 plates on each side. What is that? 180 plus 45.
Okay.
So it's, like, decent.
30. I think that's like what I weighed before pregnancy.
Like,
so
that's like decent. I think. Yeah.
that's really good because you do have strong legs. I feel like you would be able to.
Yeah.
And it really is kind of like a squat when you carry someone on their back.
When I do a leg press, I can do like almost 900 pounds or something.
Wow. Do you ever try to
Yeah.
carry like your boyfriend or anything?
Oh, he's so tiny, so it's like whatever.
Do you carry him?
No, but I could if I had to.
You never done it just to be cute, like lift up.
No. No. I don't think so.
I love that. That's my goal, to be skinny one day where he can just like effortlessly carry me. I just think it's such a cute thing. His old building, his like water museum, like had like, it was like statues of like a guy carrying a mermaid all the time. And I'm like, oh, I want to be that thin mermaid for you that you can just carry me. Because they were all over his place. He had this like guy carrying a mermaid. And I was like, but now I see you with Malibu. I'm like, okay, that's like your little mermaid that you have. But one day I want to be that tiny where he can just like carry me. And
Wow, I carried you in one music video.
yeah, you did. It was that. Yeah, you did. You are stronger than you look, especially because I'm bigger than I look. So,
Oh my god.
so okay, you're gonna be on the Hunger Games. You also, but speaking of, you look so skinny. You look like you're.
Oh, I don't
Wait, can you
think
not
so.
say? God,
No,
I
I
gotta
just
stop
don't
telling
think so.
people but they're skinny. I told one of my makeup artists, her husband, I'm like, oh my God, you look so good. You look like you're on Ozempic. And she's like, not the thing to say to it because he likes to be big. I was like, I mean, that's always as a compliment. When I tell people they're skinny, I'm like, I need to stop.
No, I'm similar to you where it's like a compliment to me, you know, but I don't feel that skinny.
You
but
look so good.
I'll take it. I
don't know what it is. Yeah.
This is also like an oversized, so it does help with like the illusion, I think.
No, I think it's your face. No, because usually it's opposite. Isn't like stripes make you, I don't know, make you bigger? I don't know.
Maybe.
To me, you look very thin in it, but.
Yeah, when I was like in high school when I was bigger, a girl told me I shouldn't wear horizontal stripes because I would wear them a lot.
Oh, is it horizontal? Oh, you got both going. You got vertical and horizontal.
Plaid, yeah.
But does the vertical make it skinny? I have no idea.
I think vertical makes you longer, and then horizontal makes you wider.
Wow, you got two going on.
So I don't know what. Maybe this throws you off visually.
It does, but plaid. I think plaid always makes people look skinny. Like you see girls in like their fall outfits, and it's very fall actually. It's giving fall vibes.
Christian girl autumn vibes.
Christian girl autumn vibes, and then you got the dump him hat.
Yeah, I went shopping for clothes because I realized I don't really have a style, and all the it girls, they have a style. Like when Tara or Brooke post their outfits, everyone's like, "Where did she get this? Where did she get that?"
Aritzia, did you go there?
No, it's too skinny for me. But I did pass by Aloe, and I was tempted, but I'm standing strong for the fatties because I feel like they discriminate against the fatties. So yeah,
I want to go to their gym though.
I know, me too.
After pregnancy, I'm going to get skinny. You are a skinny, so we can just go there together. You'll fit into their larges. I can't fit into the large. That's the biggest size they have.
I don't know if I would. It's like, or if I did, it would be like too, I don't know, too tight or something. But the gym is in Beverly Hills, I found out. It's such a trek.
Ooh, that's not too bad. I don't mind going into Beverly Hills.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go in there just to eat some pasta. Like, I love going into Beverly Hills. It's kind of weird, though. It looks like it's like a hotel lobby or something. Like, it's kind of small.
I know. I found out because I had a friend who interviewed there, but she didn't take the job. She was going to do like social media for Aloe. I was like, girl, that's like the place to be right now.
Yeah, all your friends do social media for people?
Yeah. Well, friends is because like I work with them, and we're all in the same like field,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You all just apply to be social media people.
Yeah.
It's crazy. We met Donnie Osmond, social media person. I'm like, oh, can I have your job? Like, she just gets to follow him everywhere and take videos and pictures. And I'm like, that's such a dream job. And she reminded me like she'd be your friend. Looks like someone that'd be your friend for sure.
I feel like all the social girls usually stand together.
Definitely, yeah. She was living her. She loved it. I was like, that's so fun. She lives here and she gets to go to Vegas and do socials. And I was like, I would do it for free. Do they get paid a lot?
I think it depends where. Like, I know people who do social media like in tech for like the tech companies. They get paid a lot.
Ooh.
So a lot of people reach out to me too and say like, how do you work in entertainment? I would say go to tech because tech is where the money's at.
Really? How do you get there?
Yeah, I don't know, Silicon Valley, I guess.
Just head on up there.
Head on up there.
Most used to work in Silicon Valley. He always talks about it. I'm always like, okay, bouge. That's so bougie up there.
It is. I mean, it is an interesting place to be in.
Get a tech job. It's like, how did you get? You just applied or what? You knew someone?
Like my first job.
Yeah.
I interned at ET actually when I was in college. I think 2012. I interned there, and then I just like I did like hella internships. Like I interned at ET, NBC, a modeling agency, a music PR firm. I would just like look online and apply to like every internship, and I would do like 2 at a time sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good piece of advice to just tell people just to go online and like
Find
Google
and just apply. Yeah.
Internships. Mm-hmm. Huh, I never thought about that. It's unpaid, right?
Back in my day, they were unpaid, but now in California, I don't know if it's like across the country, but in California, internships have to be paid. But I had to work at Target and then do the unpaid internships because.
Unpaid internships sound a little bit scammy.
They really?
It's like, just do all this work. I mean, I get emails all the time like, I'll be your unpaid intern on the show. I was like, I would feel so weird to like make you do so much. I mean, that's weird, right? Like free labor.
At the time, I was just so excited to like have an opportunity that I was like, I'll do this for free. You know what I mean? So I get it because you're just like so hungry for it back then. But then looking back, it's like, damn, I did work like 30 hours a week for free just to have something on my resume, basically. But
well, it got you a full-time job, so I guess it worked. It does pay off. But so what was your crisis? You went shopping, or was it just that?
Oh, yeah, I was just having like a wardrobe crisis because I'm just like, I don't know what my style is these days because I feel like it's such a hard road because you don't want to like look like you're trying too hard to like dress young, but you also don't want to be like, an old millennial now with like the skinny jeans and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Were you wearing skinny jeans?
No, I whenever I go to the mall though, I always just kind of wear like my gym clothes or whatever. So
like shorts or sweatpants?
I was wearing shorts and like just my like
Well, it's
workout
easier
gear,
to try
but-
things on that way.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. I like that. I always tell him he should go out more. He always has to like dress up in jeans and like a shirt, like a button up to go out. I'm like, okay, like we're going to Target.
I kind of want to be more like Moses. Maybe that's like my aspiration because now I never ever dress up. Like, I mean, this jeans is like dressing up for me.
Yeah, you're very dressed
I
up
never
today.
like, put on normal clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should. Pre-pandemic, I would dress up all the time.
Interesting.
Like, at work, whenever you would come to like ET or whatever, I was always dolled up. But that's just how I was every day.
Oh,
like,
but you're not like that now?
no, now it's
At
also,
work too?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Pandemic changed everyone for sure. It was like a whole cultural reset. Everyone kind of changed.
And then also we get older and like it kind of, I don't know, whenever you just go to the store, you don't want to be like all dolled up, I guess. Sometimes.
No, I hate it. I've never looked good when I go out in public. I don't know. Because I put so much effort. And it's a lot of effort because I'm not like naturally, like definitely not naturally stylish. That's why I cosplay people because I just like, I put in so much effort when I do get dressed up. So there's like no in between. I don't know. Yeah. But you do feel better. I know. I need to get into this. I do think you do feel better when you look a little nicer going out.
Yeah.
Like an outfit.
I think it's a good balance. Like when you feel cute.
Yeah.
I feel like you have that mentality, kind of like when we were playing Fortnite when like you were in the ugly skin at first, like you weren't doing as good. Then you put on a cute skin and you played better. It's
that's very true. What was the ugly skin that I was in?
It was just the default.
A
like,
man.
Random. Yeah, I think it was a man. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of remember. I know we lost the weekend. Well, I guess you have the weekend on yours, but we lost it on mine. And I was like, oh man, I don't feel as cool.
Yeah.
And then I got the cute one. You're right. That is very true.
I feel like it's that mentality in life as well.
Where did you get this outfit?
This is from Zara, I think. And then this hat is from Urban Outfitters. But
I like it.
It's funny looking in the stores though because everything is so like Y2K. But it is kind of fun because nothing like in the early 2000s I didn't dress cute because like I was just so big that nothing fit me. So now it's like I get to like redo that a little bit. So that's like the journey.
That's how I feel. Juicy was too expensive. I couldn't afford it. And then I couldn't fit into it. But Juicy does have a little bit of a plus size division now. So they do go up to like 3X. Shout out Juicy. So it is kind of like, oh, I can afford this now.
Yeah.
So I like that it is coming back, the Y2K.
Me too. It's cute.
Vibes.
And all the it girls are all like the Y2K vibes.
Yes.
So that also pushes me.
Well, we have our matching hats for next week, so we got to figure out an outfit that goes with them. I'm super excited. Every time you send me something, I like immediately am trying to like find like how to do it. The cookie croissant thing, some people told me where actually Jake Weber's like you can get them in Woodland Hills, but I thought maybe for Patreon maybe we could like bake them. Maybe
I know. It's
sometime
also
this
like
week.
2 steps, so I feel like we can totally do it.
I would butcher it. I'm so bad at baking. I mean, we'll definitely try. It just reminds me of not to bring up oversharing again, but it reminds me of the last oversharing episode where we were making like M&M cookies. It was like chocolate chip cookie dough. I had this great recipe and it's literally like pre-made cookie dough and like M&Ms. And I was like, oh, this was so weird. It never aired.
We have so much content that never aired because we were making corn
and mashed potatoes. And she like wanted to make the corn boiled.
It was
It was a lot. We did a whole cooking extravaganza. I don't know. We were becoming a lifestyle channel or something. We really did so much. Thank God those episodes would never air because it wasn't anything. I had a different makeup artist, whatever. It wasn't anything. But I was Ursula, but I was like just a really ugly Ursula. And she got to be the beautiful Ariel. And I'm just like a C. And the makeup just wasn't giving. And it's not the makeup artist who's done. It's actually fine. It wasn't even his fault. But it just was a chaos that morning. And anyways, but that's it. This is better. This is the elevated. We're on Patreon. But maybe we'll do them on the reaction video day. Anyways, I'll ask your schedule. I know. Whatever. We'll have to do it this week. Or whenever.
That'll be interesting though, because I also am a terrible cook and baker and horrible in the kitchen in general.
Yeah.
So it'll just be like,
chaos. Double chaos.
You know that meme which is like it's always 2 dumb just telling each other exactly. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's like this
who's the
big
meme?
I don't know. It's just like anytime it's like 2 girls having a conversation and
That's
like nothing
us.
really adds up. It's literally like the whole podcast.
What if our podcast was too dumb? Do you think that's already taken?
Probably.
God, every podcast name is taken. It's actually crazy. Even like I remember, that's why you have to put with now. Like oversharing is with Colleen, just because everyone's oversharing. But yeah, it's like every single thing was taken.
Or Pretty X Unfiltered. Like
They should have gone with my name. Like, you know what I mean? I think what was Unpretty. I think that's so good. The first app. I like Remy and I don't know them at all, but I like Remy and Alicia so much.
Me too.
And like Zayn and Heath rub me the wrong way so much. So it's just such a weird combination. Is it killing it though? I don't know.
I didn't.
I think it had like 300,000 views, which I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's such a weird combo. It's such a weird combo. And so many hosts, and not to be whatever, I'm a Taurus. Okay, I don't want anyone to be like, oh my God, Trisha only thinks about money. But yeah, I'm a hustler. I'm a Taurus. I love money. I was just thinking, like, that's just like, they have someone filming. Plus, there's 4 hosts. 4 hosts that all have like platforms and following. So I'm like, how, like, they're all like splitting it. And then it's like, do you make any money? Or are they doing it just for fun? Like, I don't know. There's no way you can make money.
Plus,
and
the
split
photo
it.
shoots were like budget. So
that video. They're
location,
like on
outfits.
film. Yeah. They're, I mean, you know, good for that. It was weird. But they were talking about like guests that, the thing is, I will give Alicia and Remy credit because they actually called out. They ask questions and everyone's so vague. Like, I think one of the questions, shout out, by the way, Pretty by Unfiltered. We watched. I'm a fan. I feel like if I'm talking about you, like, low-key, I'm a fan. You know what I mean? I'm watching. I see. I'm like, you know.
Abuse of you, honey.
Abuse of you. I used to watch it. We used to watch it Unfiltered, but that was a while ago. I haven't watched them in like years, but I'll see clips sometimes. Anyways, I saw clips of this one. And they were saying, like, what was, like, the worst guest they've ever had. And Zane and Heath were, like, trying to, like, tippy-toe around. They never said a name. But Remy and Alicia said a name. And I was like, okay, good for you.
Yeah.
They said Ashley Tisdale. I was like, wow, call her out.
I mean, if you're going to go there, you have to go there.
Yeah.
You know?
They were like, we couldn't ask about Sharpay or High School Musical. I was like, wow. What else would you talk about to Ashley Tisdale about? Like, not even, I love her, but like, what? That's such a weird.
Her pop music career, is that on the table? Because I would love to talk to her about that.
Oh, that's true. Like, Kiss the Girl.
And He Said, She Said.
It's all about the he said, she said. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, she did the damn thing.
I don't think you could talk about Disney. I think that was the other thing because you couldn't talk about Sweet Life. I don't think you talk about Disney, period.
Okay, then yeah, we're running out of things to talk about.
I don't know. Go watch the Pretty by Unfiltered
promo.
But I love that they said the name. I was like, wow, look at them being problematic in their.
I love that because I didn't watch, but I like on Instagram because I would see like Zane's. Like, you know, it shows like the highlighted comments or whatever from like the most irrelevant people in a post or whatever.
Wait, what? From the most irrelevant people?
No, the most relevant.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah, the most relevant comments or
Got
like the most followed people whenever they comment.
Oh, I didn't know.
And Zane commented on like the one where it's like, oh, I'm really nervous for what I reveal in the episode, like trying to promo it before the episode came out.
Okay, love the hype.
But if you're going to say that, like, oh, I'm so scared of what I reveal, and then not
I don't
give
think he
a
revealed
name.
anything. Because I really did. I watched a lot. I didn't watch the full episode. I saw a lot of clips. I did watch most of it, though, I think. I don't think he revealed anything. They never do. And that's fine. But Zane, like, they're the problematic ones, but they never reveal. They never say names. You know what it is? Because they are it's like me too. It's like when I think there was an episode where you're like, oh, I'm not scared of Dave or Brianna Chicken Fry. But I'm like, I am. Because, you know, when you have the skeletons in your closet, right?
That's true.
So I think Zane and Heath are problematic. They have so many skeletons in the closet. They're like, let's not be too unproblematic because then they uncover this. Even if it's like old shit, you'll just like keep recovering. So you're just like, gotta be clean. As opposed to like Remy. I would love to know if there was any skeletons in Remy and Alicia's.
I feel like probably not.
They were so clean.
Yeah.
I mean, that is really actually a talent to have such a squeaky clean image for being online for so long.
Mm-hmm. Especially like as a vlogger too, because when you're vlogging, sometimes you don't even like know what you're filming, you know, because it's just like you just have the camera out and you're just doing your thing.
You just say the stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
So kudos to them. I really like them a lot.
I'm like problematic. Just like the stuff I say, I don't even think. Like yesterday I was talking, I have a family member. I have 2 family members actually that were visiting from out of town, and they're both, and we were just talking about whatever. I talked about, I wanted to homeschool at Malibu, which is a hot topic. I should not even talk about that anyways. But I was just saying, I'm so scared of like the bullying in the school, pew-pews and stuff like that. And I forgot that they were like both teachers in like public schools. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Like, they're like, well, it's not really like that. And like, what are you going to do? And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. So I was just like, I always just say really stupid things. And I'm the Kelly Osbourne of social media. I just say the dumbest things at the wrong time. And you say it with such conviction too. Like, where's my applause, you know? And it was crickets. And they're like, well, there's a lot of benefits to public school that they don't talk about. I was like, that's me all the time. I'm like, I need to just never talk about this stuff ever. But shout out Pretty by Unfiltered. I wonder if they're going to have guests. They have like 6 people on the couch. Matt King comes on. I saw that clip where Alicia, oh God, does anyone know these? And not to say whatever, but I'm saying this is kind of like a niche part of YouTube. It's like, I feel like people watch this for, what are the hot topics? Kate Middleton, like whatever. I feel like people watch it for that. And here we're talking about, anyways. Doesn't matter. Shout out Matt King. I mean, literally, I always think about this stuff. I'm like, we know them and love them because we've been on YouTube for so long. But I think it's just it's like Zach Justice too from Drop. I'm like, it's so niche. Like, yes, they're popular, but like nobody, if we were on TV talking about Zach Justice, people are like, what? We tuned in for Real Housewives, you know?
I think people would know like Zane Heath and Matt King, the vlog squad.
Really? Like, more than Zach Justice right now?
I think so.
I don't think so.
I think I feel like the Zach Justice wave is newer, but like I think the name recognition, if you say like Zayn and Heath from the Vlog Squad, people are like, oh, Zayn and Heath.
I don't think so because on TikTok, like, okay, the only reason I know is like when you search, you can see like the searches that come up or something. We recently found this because we were at an agency meeting that I might be signing with an agency. I think it might be public soon. I think I'm signing with a big agency. Anyways, it was very exciting and they hyped me up so much. They were showing my numbers and my charts and I was like, oh, I'm skyrocketing. Anyways, but I see the Zayn and Heath searches on TikTok now because when you type in their name or whatever versus like Zach Justice, and you can see theirs is not even in the billions as opposed to Zach has like 1 billion or something. So I don't know. You and me, I totally agree. Like, yeah, Vlog Squad was such a moment, but I don't think it like is right anymore because everyone was not. They're all like Zayn and Heath. Like it's kind of just like the new. I don't know how to describe it. They're just not relevant. They have views. They have their fan base. I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
I would say,
I don't know. Maybe
I think they're still relevant, but I think I understand what you're saying. Like maybe like there's almost like a hysteria like around like Zach and Tara and like Jake and Johnny in the group, you know, where it's like
they're like a new Vlog Squad.
Instant, like whenever you see a video or a post from them, it's just like an instant amount of like attention on it. It's just a whole different like wave, you know?
Yeah, I don't think Zayn and Heath has the impact with their coffee. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think everyone's getting Komodo Dragon, you know?
Yeah, because I think it's just like a whole another level of it's literally like the new like Vlog Squad where it's like everything they do is like news and everything is like instantly like consumed. Anything they post is just like instant.
10
like,
million.
Yeah.
And when I post with Tara or Jake or Johnny or any of them, it's like you can see how many followers you get that week. Like usually I get 30,000 followers a week on TikTok. When I post with them, I got like 150,000 followers like in a week. So
it is wild.
You see that, and I think the Vlog Squad, you know, they were the hip thing. They were kind of like the new Shane and Friends. Remember when Shane was like, we had that group of like Steve Green and Totally Sketch and like anybody Shane would collab with, he had a girlfriend that would get 1 million views. It didn't matter if you just like shone it. Like if you were in Shane's group, you were like it. You know what I mean? You would get the views. I think the British people had a little time with that.
Oh yeah.
Then you had the Grace Helbig and Tyler Oakley's. They were like the It Squad. Then you had like Sister Squad and
you're so
Dolan
right.
Twin. You know what I mean? So there's always like these little things, and the Vlog Squad was so massive. I just don't think. Maybe David, I don't know, but I don't think anyone has that pull, and it's like so hard to maintain that relevancy. Like it's so hard. Like I've fallen off, and I've never even had that level, so I can't even say I've fallen off. Like whatever, but I do think when you're that big and you fall off, it just shows a little more.
Yeah,
you know. I feel like I've always been kind of like a little consistent here, but they were massive and they were big at one point where they had the biggest merch and it was like sold out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I own several pieces.
Did you of Zayn and Heath merch?
I think I had something from Zayn. I definitely had. I think he released like it was a Vogue, like inspired. It said Vlogue, VLOGUE.
I'm sure you got in trouble.
I don't know, but I owned it.
Did you have a Vlogue?
Yeah.
Love that.
I had all the clickbait merch lines. I had Carly and Aaron's line. I had Scotty Sires. Don't be sad by my merch. Shout out Scotty. And once again,
Scotty. We love him on the podcast.
I really made the rounds with all of them.
I would, yeah. I mean, that's amazing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, is Fanjoy still around? Because that Fanjoy quality was awful. I'd never worked with them, but
I think they're still around.
They were massive. I mean, they were so massive. Like, Fanjoy was everything.
I think they're still around. They used to do Tana's merch back in the day, and hers was actually good. She had I think it was pre-podcast even.
Yeah.
She had like a canceled hoodie, and it was like stone, like the canceled was stone. I wanted to wear it again, but I was too skinny, so it doesn't fit me now. Because I think I got a small. Because I wanted to wear it when Brooke was on. But
even skinny people though, like Brooke said hers was a 2X, like the San Diego sweatshirt. I always thought skinny people just buy oversized to look even skinnier.
I should have. I think I was so happy to be skinny that like everything I got was so teeny. Yeah.
This is a medium, by the way. So tiny, which is crazy because I'm like literally a 2X in like Skims and Fashion Nova, and the biggest size they had of this shirt was a medium. That's the biggest size they ever made, and there was one left on Farfetch, and I was like, I'll probably have to cut it or something. But I mean, it fits barely. But I know, I was like, wow, okay, medium, but also like. I wonder what it would look like on Moses or something, or put it on Malibu. It'd probably be so oversized on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone? I don't know. Let us know in the comments below if you still care about the vlogs. Maybe people do. To me, it's like it's not even me being a hater because I watch it. It's just I just feel like it's such a weird thing. And I do think Remy and Alicia, like maybe not as popular as they were, but they're still pretty popular, more popular than.
I mean, Lana Del Rey loves them, so.
Oh, that's right. And they loved Ollie. You remember?
Oh yeah, and Ollie.
I mean, love that. I was like, crazy. I mean, I like them.
Yeah, and Alicia and Remy are meeting Beyonce, so I think they're doing just fine.
That's true. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they're doing pretty good, but you don't see Zayn and Heath at Beyonce. They're not going to their friends' weddings because they won't get vaccinated or wear a mask or something. I'm not sure. Something weird happened there. I try to follow that drama of it all. I need Matt King on. Matt King will spill the tea. He's on with everybody. He's on with Jeff. He's like, we need him on.
12 podcasts. Yeah.
So many podcasts. And Alicia was on his, and he was, I think, kind of hurt that they didn't do a podcast with him. But anyways, that's something no one cares about. Hopefully there's timestamps for this episode. You can... But we are interested in it.
Jimmy does the timestamps now, so...
Our Jimmy or a different Jimmy?
Our Jimmy, yeah.
Shout out Jimmy.
So they're up right away now.
Wow. Yeah. Shout out Jimmy. Really crushing it. Someone gave a compliment on his editing skills. There was something last week and someone's like...
a donkey and a camel are the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out. I love it. I love that people like recognize the editing. I would never know. I'm like, everything's like the same, but we're here and we're queer. Were we going somewhere with that? Did we talk about your crisis? You already had the crisis out. Just couldn't find anything that was your style.
Wardrobe crisis, style identity crisis. It's still like a work in progress. So who knows? I probably would just pull a U and just start dressing like random people. Like
it's better.
Yeah.
I really want to get back into our cosplays. Like I want to do the Hunger Games one. I'm like, man, wait after I'm pregnant because I'm just like right now everything custom just changes day by day.
Yeah.
Guys, still hasn't refunded me.
Soon. It's very, very soon.
Yeah. Birth, yeah.
Yeah,
it is coming soon. So afterwards, we'll do the Met Gala looks, and then I think then I'll go back to cosplay because I do miss it, and I want to do the Hunger Games one, and it's a whole thing. But speaking of relevant people and relevant things, I'm in Rolling Stone this month.
Work.
It doesn't look as high quality as I thought, but maybe that's just my fault. I'm really bad at downloading things. I don't know how to download. They gave me a PDF, which is great, but I'm in print. It's not the Kristen Stewart cover. We don't know who's on the cover of this month, but they said it was in print, so I don't know. Go look for it.
We're just waiting for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I can't wait. I don't think I've seen my print magazine in the US. I think it's all been European. So I don't know. There's me and Rolling Stone. Okay, where do you have the Britney one or no? There it is. Okay, so we didn't have Rolling Stone, love them. Obviously the biggest publication to date that I've been in. They were like, I had a manager at the time that was kind of like talking in between us, but she was like, whatever, like you can be in your pajamas, just you at home. And I was like, so they gave me no direction. Usually there's always mood boards for every magazine, Galore, King Kong. There's always like a mood board. There was no mood boards. So they're like, whatever you feel comfortable, whatever's Trish. And I was like, well, I'm a cosplayer. So I want to cosplay Britney Spears and Rolling Stone. And originally they were like, I think somebody told me that, I don't think they're going to let you do that because supposedly Rolling Stone didn't love the original cover because Britney was like young and it kind of was just like, she might have, I don't know, whatever. So they're like, they weren't proud of it basically. So I was surprised they used it on their site. I don't think it's in print, but it's my homage to Britney on Rolling Stone. And then that's how we got connected with the Teletubbies.
Wow.
Yeah, they started DMing us and they sent a PR package to Malibu. They even, I think on this one, they even commented, which I was kind of surprised. I was like, okay. And they were like, work or something. it's like Oscar doing the social media.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. So they liked it. Rolling Stone obviously liked it.
Wasn't that one the queer Teletubby?
That's what I was telling you.
Yeah, is it queer?
Yeah. When I was little, that was like the queer one.
But like, why? They said the upside down triangle?
I guess.
How is that gay or queer? Or the fact that I wore a purse. Jacob Lordy wears a purse. Shout out Pink Cloud. The Buy filter is officially out. You can see the campaign at their Cerritos store. We drove all the way to Cerritos, which is like an hour and a half. Also, the Del Amo Mall, you can see the campaigns, or you can order it online at Beauty Creations. I'm just the model, y'all. This is not a collaboration. I don't get percentages, but I'm also so honored to be the model. There it is. This is me baking, by the way. This is not how you're supposed to wear it. I think people are like, oh, wow, that's it. You bake it, and then you wipe it away. The pink blurs, mattifies, radiates, gets rid of fine lines, and you say Buy filter. And you can see, like, this one is Buy filter because, you know, that's like I have lines, and you can see, like, a little bit of them, but not what they were. So, 35-year-old model right here. So that's the Buy filter. You can get it single or in their compact, in this little box. Wow. She's a model. Yeah, I like that they didn't edit it too much. Like, you can see my skin texture and stuff, and I think that's really important because that's what we all have. Even my little spray tan hands right here. I think they did a good job. I love the Pink Cloud. I literally was like a model for the day. It was a good vibe.
It's gorge.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, this is my first modeling campaign I think I've ever had, which is so funny to me. Oh, I guess one time I did that erotic what is it? That lingerie that's in all the stores now. It's like something I did when I was 20. I modeled like plus size dominatrix or something. But this is, pretty mainstream and pretty cool. So thank you, Beauty Creations, Pink Cloud Bi-Filter. But it actually is really good. I have my makeup artist use it on me all the time. I don't do my own makeup, but I would if I did. And there's the gorgeousness. Which one are we going to keep out? I like that you put this one up. The Uncancelable Trisha Paytas. Kind of true, I guess. I mean, but I do say, thanks, Moses. I really do. Oh, here, I'll take that little. Oh, okay, no, keep it down. I don't want the mouse to get it. Oh. Here, give me.
It's not here.
Okay, well. There's no mice, by the way. But there was one time. But that was when it was raining. I do think I'm uncancelable, but I think it's just because I don't leave the internet. Because really, people just kind of cancel, like literally, they get canceled and then they like leave. You know what I mean? I think if you just stay around. Some people do get canceled, right? You can cancel someone by looking at their, like seeing their views go down. So there's been times when my views have gone down, I guess I get canceled. But if you keep coming back.
And if you, work at evolving and growing and
that's a big one. So Oscar was interviewed for this, which is like so funny because I guess I have no one else in my life that can be interviewed because they were like asking you questions about shout out to the author, or do I say journalist or writer? What do I say?
Journalist, yeah.
Journalist EJ, which I think she's a journalist. She does some party pieces. She did the David Dobrik one, which I wasn't putting two and two together because we did talk back then, and then the JoJo one. But she was asking you questions about like me 10 years ago.
Yeah, there are some things I'm like, well, because I watched you forever, but I didn't really know you besides like meeting you at the January Christmas party,
right. Like she sat by herself there. Yeah. There was no guys there.
So some stuff I'm like, well, I didn't know her, but as a viewer, so there was some stuff. That? Yeah. But I think the article was really fair. I mean, she's like a real journalist. Like I think I'm more of like the fluff piecer,
Yeah.
So
I like a fluff piecer, by the way. The first thing I read from the one online was like her house was messy and there's unopened Amazon boxes everywhere. And I was like, oh god. And I knew it. I was like, we need to clean up before. But I was like, oh, she's not gonna. But she was like detailing it. She did take pictures too. She's like taking pictures. I was like, oh god.
I kind of love that.
I mean, yeah.
I like the piece a lot because I feel like it's for the people who haven't been like keeping up, I think, because it's a good summary of like the lore, like for real, because I feel like it's for the people who have caught up with and like TikToks or whatever, who have little pieces. And I feel like this strings everything together and shows like where you were and like how you got to where you are now. I feel like
okay, so you thought it was okay?
Yeah, I thought the piece was really great. It was fair. It talked about, how you got to where you are now. And I think it shows a lot of like the contrasts of like how you've acted on the internet before and then how you try to like balance everything now as a mom, as a wife. I think it was a good piece.
The comparison was good. Like that was the one good takeaway I did is like as like it, like I said, it's like not everyone can see the change. I did like she was talking about how we talked about on the podcast the stay-at-home moms versus working moms. That was like one of the first things in the online one. I don't know if this looks a little different, but or maybe it's the same. Like, I'm sure it's the same. I'm sure she would write two different articles. I don't know. I guess I just was like, I didn't read this first part. But she was basically like, oh, usually Trisha would like double down and like, be defensive and stuff like that. But that she can like recognize where she said like had her missteps. So I was like, oh, it's like nice to just feel that recognition. Because I do say stupid stuff. But I'm like, I feel like, yeah, I can be a lot more aware now. I think I like made myself. But I just noticed like in the first one it says, Trisha Paytas is telling me about the last time she got yelled at on the internet. It was after a Halloween episode of her podcast, Just Trish, shout out. Right at the beginning we get mentioned. We love that. In which honestly, I don't even think of these things for promo for the podcast. I always just want to do like a cool photo shoot. I'm always like, yeah, let's do a photo shoot. And then I forget this part. It's like in which the influencer and YouTuber dressed as her then obsession The Weeknd in the HBO series The Idol. Shout out The Idol again, just always getting mentioned. We didn't even talk about that anyways. Okay. Wearing pale pink hospital scrubs, a fake soul patch, and a do-rag. Paytas argued to her co-host, Oscar Gracie, that being a full-time stay-at-home mom is 10 times harder than someone who can leave. The backlash was vicious. That was a crazy one, but hey, I learned from it. Paytas says as we sit at her dining room table in her expansive Conejo Valley County, California mansion. Wow. I don't think I live in a mansion. People describe this as a mansion. I don't think it's a mansion. It's like it looks big, but it's not like a mansion. It's not like we have staff full time. Like we can keep it organized.
Just the way our house is designed and positioned on the mountain. It looks like a castle. Yeah.
It's not as big as people think. We like our kids are sharing a room. It's not, whatever. So it's this way. The floor is littered with the general detritus. I don't even know these words. Detritus? Do you know it?
I have to see it.
Detritus. I have no idea. Diaper boxes. Do you know it? Detritus?
Yeah.
Parenting. Diaper boxes, unopened Amazon packages, tiny hot pink Crocs. It's like, okay.
I mean, it's like a house that has a baby.
That's what she said.
I literally that morning bought some diapers and brought the Amazon boxes up.
She did mention that. I don't know. I was like, I can't read anymore. I was just like, and then I saw all the ask for comment, all the stuff like that. So, it was nicer than I thought. I loved your little tidbits that you had in there too.
Cute.
They were cute. Your quotes were good. Do you remember? I don't remember. They're probably somewhere over there. But
I was nervous because I kind of forgot what I said because it was just it was long.
It was
you
long.
know? So
yeah.
I was like, oh, let me see what I said, and everything was cute. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, you had my back, which is so good. I love that. I know because it was mine too. She was here for 3.5 hours. And, at some point you just kind of get dazed over. And we were both wearing masks. I think she was getting over sickness and I'm obviously pregnant. And I was just like, whatever. So it's just like, just got dizzy, the whole thing of it. She was really nice. And in person, she was very uplifting. And it felt good. But then I kind of could feel, I was like, okay, this could be misconstrued as this or this. And I was like, overall, it's still cool. I still promoted it because I'm in Rolling Stone. So I was like, whatever.
It's good. You should be proud.
Yeah.
It's a huge achievement. Once we get the copy, we can read it on Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, read it? Just read it?
Just read it. Like
Look
an
for that on
audiobook.
Patreon. Patreon.com Just Trish. We'll read it to you.
You'll read your part. Oscar will read
Audio
his part.
Audio reading of it. That's kind of everything. I'm just disappointed I wasn't on the cover, but other than that, I was like, I thought this was a cover shoot.
The next one, I think you need to do it in steps. If you get a spread, then you.
I want to know who's on the cover.
No.
Kristen Stewart was on the cover. I've been looking it up because every day I'm just like, okay, I want to see if it's out. Kristen Stewart was on last month. I could have been on the cover of it. I don't know why not. I would love to be in like Vogue Dubai. Like, how do you get on those foreign ones? The most random people get on there. I think they pay.
I don't know. Didn't.
Because I see random rich girls on the cover of that. I'm like,
Maybe,
I bet
I
they
don't
paid.
know.
Yeah, anything Dubai you can buy.
Really?
That's why it's called Dubai.
Dubai. You can buy me and I'll come to Dubai for performing, nothing else. That sounds weird. I'll perform for you. Shout out EJ. Thank you for being fair. I get it. And honestly, I like those pieces too. I like it where it can show the bad, because, come from the bad, show the good, show it all in between. It was overall pretty nice. And thank you for being my one eyewitness in my life. They asked for you and my sister, but I don't think they ever got a hold of my sister, or I don't know, maybe she just didn't respond, but she was down to do it. And it was really weird. They didn't want to interview like Moses or my mom. They're like, Oscar and Callie. And I felt like I didn't even like mention it. I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, and I forgot you do this for a living, because I was like, if you don't have to, if you don't want to, because I'm like, I feel like it could be a little tricky, because just for me personally, because I was just like, I talk so much, and then afterwards I was just like, you didn't feel like, oh, that went so great. You're like, ooh, okay, this sounds like I'm living in the past or something.
Yeah. And I even told her, I was like, you did the more serious journalism. I feel like mine is like, it's very silly,
Did you tell her?
Yeah, 'cause she was like, oh, I realized we kind of do the same thing. And I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
Mine was
so
very like.
You're really good. You are really good. But yeah, yours is like fun and lighthearted.
Yeah, it's all very silly.
Unless it was about Matthew Perry. Because didn't you do that TikTok?
Oh yeah, but I didn't like
You did that right away. You did that in like
but
6 minutes.
I wasn't like boots on the ground at that scene
Right.
of the death, like that kind of journalism.
That's how I found out was through ET. You guys did it in like 6 minutes. I was like, holy cow, it's so crazy. You're a good journalist. You are good.
Thanks.
Yeah,
a college degree, I guess.
College does work. I always am like, I always say you don't need college, but I think overall you probably do. Get a better job.
It depends. Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. I know it's not for everyone, but I mean, I didn't know what I would do before college, so I went to college to figure it out.
Yeah. And here you are. Mm-hmm. Shout out Rolling Stone. I'm available for any magazines, you guys, if you want. But I think I'm only gonna do big ones now. I think I'm only gonna do like Vogue. Not to say whatever. No, I'll do all of them. No, I won't do all of them. There's some that have like 600 followers. I try and see, but I'll do all. Watch me just say I'm only doing Vogue now. I'll never be in another magazine again. I'm open to it. I think interviews like the last one of these like Galores, which I love, by the way. Shout out everyone, Galore and Polyester, and they put me on the covers. Rolling Stone didn't put me on the cover. You know what I mean? So shout out to those as well. Interview Magazine did reach out last year, but they never followed up. Oh, Paper Magazine. I would like to be on the cover of that. Because
that's how it works. It builds up. You start because they watch those magazines to kind of figure out what's happening in the world.
Yeah, my ultimate cover. Oh, I see it. And it could be after I give birth too. Well, it could be, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, maybe after I give birth. For Pride, I would love to be on the cover of Gay Times with my rainbow Birkin.
Oh, work, yeah.
Like maybe naked. I have rainbow Gucci glasses. I have a rainbow Birkin. Well, maybe they can't be naked on there. Maybe we can. I don't know. But I would love to be on the cover of Gay Times.
You can have like a glitter body paint that almost, you know, like
Yeah.
you are, but yeah.
Yeah, I love to be naked in every shoot. You know who doesn't love to be naked in every shoot is Rebel Wilson. She does not appreciate jokes about getting naked to be on camera because it'll be funny. Have you seen this? This is like breaking news.
Oh, about her book?
About her book,
Yeah.
Rebel Rising. Mm-hmm. There's a massive asshole in Hollywood trying to stop it. And she's been talking about it for a while. He's been threatening, I don't know, legal action, threatening of some sort, allegedly, according to Rebel Wilson. He did respond today, though. Mr. Sacha Baron Cohen is in this, which breaks my heart because I love Sacha Baron Cohen, but I could see him, not to say the allegation, I don't know, whatever. In general, he seems, like, I think he's really funny. He does kind of seem like pretentious. Like he seems a little pretentious dicky, right? This didn't come across pretentious. This came across as like harassment, her allegations. But like, doesn't he seem to be, he's like a Jimmy Kimmel where they just seem like, I'm better than you.
I guess. I honestly haven't seen much of his stuff besides
Borat.
And then when he hosted the VMAs that one time.
Would he have his butt out?
Yeah, on Eminem, when he like landed on Eminem.
What was he, Fart Man or something?
I think. That's like the only memory I have of him.
Or is that Howard Stern?
What?
Did he do Fart Man or did Sacha Baron Cohen?
I don't know the name, but I know he landed on Eminem.
Because he was flying around like in the air. I think he was like a little angel and then he fell.
Yeah, he looked like an
different.
angel. He had wings. Yeah.
Do you like Borat?
Honestly, when I watched Borat, I was just like, I wanted just to see him in the little like mankini thing because I was just gay and young and wanted to see,
you thought
like,
he was hot.
I didn't think it was hot. I think I was just like, ooh,
naked.
A penis, yeah.
I appreciate when guys, I agree. I appreciate when guys can go naked. It's like, you know, there is something like, love that.
Mm-hmm. Or like, we'll circle back, but the Spice Girls, the Spice World movie, when they're dancing and the dancers show their butt in the background.
What? Naked butt?
Yeah, that was, I remember I would rewind that on VHS all the time.
Isn't
like,
that funny?
Yeah.
I would like that with the Victoria's Secret catalog. I would like to see naked butts, like in a thong. I was like obsessed with looking at naked butts, but mostly women's. Naked guy. I did have like a Thunder from Down Under poster in like 95 in my bedroom, and I won it at school. Like my teacher, that was one of the prizes in like a giveaway. And it was just like guys is like in thongs, like tan butts. And it would like hang in my room, and I was like obsessed with looking at butts. I had a butt phase, I guess, too. Which is like weird because like now I don't look at a butt and like, so hot. Like I never get turned on by butts in general, but I was in a butt phase for sure. Maybe it was a 90s thing.
Maybe.
Butts.
I still have that, I think. I care more about butts than peen.
People do. Yeah. Well, I mean, anyone attracted to peen. We both like men, but it's just like, this is not attractive in general. Feels good. Is it attractive? No. I don't know. It is crazy when people, I get it. I get like the overall, it's like seeing a cleavage for whatever, for guys, whatever, but it's not necessarily like beautiful. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did see a tweet yesterday where someone was like, I'm so grateful for my pretty peen. And I was like, I don't know. I've never like.
Maybe it is a
maybe
beautiful
it is
one.
beautiful. I don't know. But
I haven't seen very many.
that's like a big claim to make.
I just think in general, the appendage is ugly.
Yeah.
It just like hangs there. At least, I don't know. I like the statues though, like the Michelangelo and stuff. I do like those. I think those are cool. Do you ever see Burt Reynolds spread in?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that to me was like super hot. I always thought like nothing was shown, but you know he's got long tan body with hair, and I just thought it was like
on the bearskin rug or whatever.
Yeah, I love that you know that. How do you know that? It came out like the 70s.
Again, I think just because I'm gay, and so that comes out a lot. Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds did like a parody of it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of live. I gotta watch. I gotta see that. I like that. Yeah, I like when men. Barry Keoghan's another one. Can just be naked. You know, because so many times girls are like meant to be naked. I love when girls are naked too. Trust me. I always said my goal is to be naked in a film. Chelsea Lynn, you know, will like be naked in a film together or something. But I like when guys can do it too because there is something. You get excited. You're like, whoa! It's like shocking. It's scandalous. It's like everything.
Although I'm over the prosthetic peen thing. Like I hate that all of them are they're all like so fake. I mean, I would say 90% of like the frontal nudity for males, it's like fake.
Was Barry's?
Barry's was proudly real, he said. He like
Sabrina Carpenter was singing about it. I just don't remember seeing that. Like that's so weird. I remember it's in the last scene where he's dancing.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing it. Like I feel like I would
you were like falling asleep, like you were just checked out at the end of the movie.
So I feel like I would be like aware of that. I just remember him like kind of like dancing around his butt and stuff. I didn't remember. All right, I'll be watching for research purposes. Again, it does nothing for me. Like a peen does not, like it just doesn't unless I'm feeling it. Like I don't need to look at it. Like when guys would send pics, I'm like, I don't know. Moses never did that, thank God, because that gives me the ick. It's like when someone, I don't know. I don't know. Not my thing. Right? Let us know if you disagree or agree.
We'll do a poll.
You like the butts. I think the butts are better anyways. I'd take a peach over an eggplant for sure. Sacha Baron Cohen, was he naked or just he had the green?
Just the green, but I feel like you could see like the prints almost, so like the bowls, and then the butt, because it was like a thong almost, right?
But I would think his body isn't something that you're like, oh, I want to see. Not that it's bad. I just want to think.
I know. I think I was just desperate.
Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
In the words of James Charles, I was desperate.
I saw Borat because I wanted, to see a little bit of the outline. I think he's very attractive. I always have, because he's also a musical theater person. Like he was in like Les Mis. He was in Sweeney Todd, which was like so good. He was I can't think of his name, but he sings I'm Captain Pirelli. He like goes against Johnny Depp, and it's like really, really good. He's a good singer. He's really good. I always liked him, but I don't know, in like red carpet in general, because he doesn't do a lot of red carpets because he's always like in character. His characters are annoying as hell.
Yeah,
that is annoying. Like
and he
Borat,
does so much in character, like
on the red carpets, and the Bruno was horrible. You see Bruno?
I forgot about Bruno. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno.
I was gonna make that joke. I was like, okay, good one. That was good. Bruno was
the
horrible.
anticipation was so high, to Bruno after Borat.
Yeah,
but I just
horrible.
didn't find the same.
Who's the one that didn't come to the States and it's awful? His character that didn't come to the States. Is it Ali G? Is that his character or is that someone else?
Ali G was in the UK.
Awful. Have you ever seen the Ali G one? Oh my God, I like
that's
the Ali
what
G
put
show.
him on the map. Is Ali G.
Go rewatch Borat, Ali G, Bruno. Like, it's so offensive in, like, not a funny way. Like, The Office is, like, offensive. Even Glee's offensive, but, like, kind of funny. There's just, like, nothing funny about Borat 2, worst movie ever. Like,
there was a sequel?
You never saw it?
No.
It was, like, way political and really weird. And just, like, was he, like, his daughter or something? There was, like, weird sexual thing with his daughter. It was, like...
Well, I think at some point, all of his content became purely political, like everything.
He did that show on Showtime.
All the recent shows, everything is just political, which is fine. It means 50% of the people like it. But
too much for me, and he just always came across a little pretentious. Anyways, the movie they were in together was The Brother Grimsby, I think it was called. Oh, you seeing it? Okay, because I just briefly read it, the 2016, and basically he was like kind of telling her, she should be naked. It would be funny. I think there was one point he asked her to put her finger up his butt.
Talked about this back in 2014. She talked to an Australian newspaper about how Sacha Baron Cohen was like on set of the film, and she said Sacha is so outrageous. Every single day he's like, "Rebel, can you just go naked in this scene?" And I'm like, "No." She said that they have the same agent in America, and she said, "Sacha, I'm gonna call our agent Sharon and tell her how much you're harassing me. Every day he's like, go, just be naked. It'll be funny." Remember in Borat when I did that naked scene, it was hilarious. On the last day, I thought I'd obviously won the argument, and he got a body double to do the naked scene.
For him or her?
For her. So
she did do it?
No, she never consented, but then they just got a body double to do it. So
was he directing or what?
Let me see.
Why did he have so much say in it?
He probably was producing or something, I would think.
So they got a body double to be her naked?
Yeah. And then she said, in the last scene, she alleges that he said, "Rebel, can you just stick your finger up my butt?" And I went, "No, what do you mean, Sacha? That's not in the script." And he's like, "Look, I'll pull my pants down. You just stick my finger up my butt. It'll be a funny bit." So, yeah, she alleges that all that happened back when they were doing the film.
Oh, I never saw. I need to go watch this film. Like,
I've never even heard of it, but... And for context, too, I feel like this is just me projecting, too, but obviously she was bigger back then. She lost a lot of weight, but I feel like that also has something to do with it. Like, it's funny because she's a big girl,
Right.
I feel like that also was, like... I think if she was just, like, a skinny, pretty girl, he wouldn't have been so, like, oh, it's a funny bit.
Oh, right. Like, he wouldn't have pushed it so much if it was, like Margot Robbie or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that is what... If it's true, that's probably what contributed to him thinking it was so funny,
And it's so weird because he responded today via his publicist and he denies it. But it's like, how is that? Like, that's such a...
So specific.
Yeah, it's so specific. And it's like, their eyewitnesses around. Like, there had to be something. If they ended up putting her naked in the film, can they do that? I wonder that because, like, can they do that?
I don't know. I guess.
Like, wouldn't it be at the beginning when you agreed to be in a film?
If you're going to be naked.
Or it's in the script?
Yeah.
You have to agree to be naked.
So she didn't agree to it, but they're, like, acting like that's her. Because I know there was issues with, like, Back to the Future 2 with George McFly. Like, he didn't want to be in it. That was, like, the first AI lawsuit. And, like, Crispin Glover, this is the only reason I know, is because I was like obsessed with Crispin Glover. He didn't consent to be in the second one, or he didn't want to be in the second one because they didn't pay him enough. So they hired an actor. They kind of CGI'd his face back then, and then he won the lawsuit because they basically used his likeness, which I guess is like happening now. But then I wonder that with like, if you don't want to be naked and they hire a body double, but you don't consent to that. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm sure it's something in like the contracts going into it that they can do that, I would imagine.
Right.
Otherwise, I feel like she could have done something to stop it, you know?
The sticking the finger up the butthole is wild.
Wild. And
like, did he want to do it on film or just for fun?
I think for film. For like a bit for the film is what it sounds like.
I kind of, look, these are allegations. I kind of would believe Rebel because, like, just seeing the shit on Borat and stuff, like,
That's what I'm saying.
You know, like, you were that was a lot. And there's people who are down for it. I'm sure if it was me, I would have been like, sure, okay, like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what's so up though, is because like for sure me, I would have, especially with Sacha Baron Cohen, I'm like, okay, fine.
In 2014, it was like a lot of, was that even pre Me Too?
I think
maybe?
so. Yeah, I think it was pre Me Too. Sacha Baron Cohen was really big at the time. Yeah, I probably would have been good for her for like standing her ground, but
and I mean, that's just an interview from 2014. So you know, like I feel like back then too, and that didn't make waves back then. So
right.
It's like, why would she say that all back then? And then he's saying that that's all false.
And he's trying to stop the book from coming out.
Yeah. So she said
allegedly.
That it started when she was teasing that like last week, an unnamed celebrity was stopping her from releasing this book because of one chapter, and that they hired like a crisis PR firm to like intervene and handle it. And then a couple days, maybe it was like yesterday, over the weekend, she finally like named who it was, and she said that it was Sacha Baron Cohen that was the one trying to stop her from doing the book. But
do you think, and I'm not saying, this is not my opinion, I'm just asking your opinion on it. Do you think that like by like using this to like hype up the book or whatever like that, do you think it's like more of like a publicity thing now that she's like saying, she's like, oh, I'm gonna name names in the book or whatever? Do you think it's more to like sell the book and it kind of like takes away from like the seriousness of it, or you think it's like valid, like this happened to you, you should monetize it?
I think it's valid. I think I understand that though, because it's like I feel like this obviously got so much press for the book. I didn't know her book was coming out.
Same, no
before
idea.
This,
yeah,
you know.
Now I know it's Rebel Rising and like
but I think there is like it is valid, and I think especially if it is true that he hired like a crisis PR firm to kind of like intervene and step in before she publishes the book, then she has a right to kind of just like, you know, go for it, you know.
Like I asked that because I always have like that infamous story of being shot at by a very famous celebrity, A-list celebrity, and I'm always like, maybe one day. And I'm like, if I write a book, but then I'm like, is it kind of weird though? Like, look, it literally happened. Is it kind of weird that I'm like saving it for the monetization of it all? You know what I mean?
No, I think if it's your trauma or something that you survive, it's like up to you.
It's valid.
It's your story. Like you can talk about it whenever you want to, you know.
Totally. I go back and forth. I'm just talking about my personal one because I'm just like it was like such a weird like dark time for me too, and also like I was just on drugs and there's a lot of I was just like, I don't know if I like want to live it, but I'm like, one day when I'm like 70, am I gonna like write this book and be like, actually it was like this person. Also that person would be dead by then, so I'm like, is that weird too? Once the person dies, then you like they can't like defend themselves. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, when Holly's came out, was he already?
Oh,
I forget if he was.
No, I think
passed.
he was still alive because I think Crystal and stuff. I think they were like,
but I know she gets that criticism a lot now. Like,
about talking about him.
Yeah, because
interesting.
I know because Instagram comments are crazy, but I know specifically I remember seeing people posted when they interviewed Kendra. And she was like talking more, I think it was just more positive about how her experience was different from like Holly and Bridget's. And all the Instagram comments were all like, yeah, like I hate that they talk about Hugh when he's passed and he can't defend himself. What's the point? Blah, 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 blah. But I'm like, it's their story. You know?
I think she did talk about it when it came out. But yeah, I agree with you. As an outsider, I'm definitely someone that's like, yeah, talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Adam McIntyre could write a whole book about Colleen. I'd be like, yeah, that's your trauma. Like, talk about it. You know what I mean? And like, it is weird because then I like think about it for myself. I think about that with like with like Elvis, for instance. I'm like, God, he's been dead for so long, and people, you know, not just Priscilla, she can talk about whatever, obviously, like, but you hear other people like Elvira be like, you know, I made out with Elvis, or we had a date, or, you know, all these people are saying, oh, I dated Elvis. It's like, well, he can't really like be here to like defend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's whatever. I guess it is, like you said, if it's true or whatever. Interesting. Well, I don't like Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
I love that he's a musical. I do like him. Here's the thing. I do like him, but he always gave me an ick. And then like reading this, I'm like, oh, that's like such an ick. You know what I mean?
But also like you don't like him. You never met the person. You like what he does as a talent, as some stuff. That's what like. Now you're just finding out his character. You know what I mean?
But if you asked me to like in Borat 3, and if he was like, okay, this is like weird. This is such a weird situation. But like, okay, this is like back to the Idol season 2 again. Okay, if you asked me to be in Borat 3, and he's like, okay, but you gotta stick a finger up my butt, would you think that's okay or no?
I think all things needs to be disclosed before in the script.
He disclosed it to me
before everything, and then you get a body double to do that for you. Yeah.
No, but what if I'm like, I don't want the naked part? I would totally do. Like, I just love to. I think, and if he's like, it's so funny, you're fat. Got it. I'll be naked. Like, I want to be naked in a movie. Maybe not right now because pregnancy nipples are crazy right now. They're like so. Anyways, but the finger of the butt, I think that's like kind of wild. But I'm like, God, if it was Borat 3, which I think all the Borat movies suck, by the way, I don't like them. But like, chance to be in it, and it's like a big, and I always want to be in a movie, and it's Sacha Baron Cohen because I'm just like a celebrity. I love celebrities, even if I think they're ick. And he's like, would you have to put a finger up my butt? Like, would you be like, okay, that's fine?
Because I don't think, on the big screen, they can't show a close-up of a finger entering.
They showed, wait, was it Borat or was it Bruno? Where it's like his penis just like flopping for like 2 minutes straight up close. You see the hole, you see everything. I think that must have been Bruno. You don't remember? Speaking of peen? I think it was Bruno. I think there was this. I remember seeing one with my dad when I was like 12 or something, and it was just like flopping for like up close, impersonal. You see everything.
It sounds like Bruno would be the one.
I think it was Bruno.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah, right. What you're saying is it actually going up the cavity? Like I don't know, or is it just going like the cheeks motion?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think the reality, when it's real, then it's easy to respond to.
Okay, but how about hypothetically right now?
Hypothetically, it doesn't sound good.
Oh, really? I would think hypothetically be like, yeah, whatever. Because like the probability of it happening wouldn't be crazy, especially now with all these, like, I'm sure that like wouldn't happen. Or you could have intimacy coordinator. But I do love a finger. He won't ever let me. He just clenches, he runs. He's like, absolutely not. I love it. It's my favorite. I think it's fun. I know that sounds bad. That sounds like, oh, it's not like, okay, we're whatever. I don't do it anymore. You try something. He's like, no, thank you.
Off limits. I think both of us, we're both off limits there.
Well, yeah, but I like to just around it. Like it doesn't need to. I don't need to be up it. Anyways, I don't know how graphic this needs to be.
I think then it becomes a trust issue. You can be around it, but I need to trust you to stay.
Like I hear that. I'm kind of like, I probably, put a finger up there. I don't know. Like it sounds kind of.
Well, especially now that you tell me that, the answer is no.
I wouldn't like turn me up, but I think it is kind of funny if you consent to it. If you don't want to do it, that's of course your business. I don't know. You think it's a big deal?
Which part?
Like, Sacha Baron Cohen asked you to be in Borat 3, and he's like, you got to put a finger up my butt.
I think it's weird because in any like film, I feel like, say if that was again hypothetical, it was like a Christopher Nolan film and that was a scene in the film and like someone had to do it to Cillian Murphy, I think it would be like it wouldn't actually happen and maybe it would be like alluded to and then it would be like it goes the hand goes down there but then it cuts to his face like it wouldn't actually be done.
What's the expression Cillian Murphy would make?
Like that.
Okay, so it's like excitement. It's like pleasure. Well, I think it would have been like, whoa! Like that's how I picture it happening. Yours is more like,
well, I think it depends on like, in my head, it's like, a really sensual, like romantic, almost like 50 Shades is like the visual I get in my head.
I don't think that was the Rebel Wilson Sacha Baron.
I'm saying in my hypothetical Christopher Nolan film.
With Cillian Murphy, right. Got it. Yeah, right. It does depend on that for sure.
On the direction, the script. Yeah.
I'm thinking me and Sacha Baron Cohen or Rebel Wilson and Sacha Baron Cohen. I was like,
in that one, yes, I think your reaction would be very like.
Because there's a lot of people in Hollywood and even in the art world, and I've seen it firsthand that they will create scenes or movies and things just to satisfy their own fetishes, basically kinks. So that's where it becomes, and I think that's what she's talking about. Obviously there was something that was more. Him trying to do something.
You don't see that a lot in his movies. And he does do it with guys, like his manager in Borat. They did weird like sexual stuff where they're like rolling, they're like on top of each other and stuff. I think in general, he's just that person that just does like really extreme shit. It's like Quentin Tarantino, like with all the feet. Everyone thinks he has a foot fetish. But like, is that weird if like Quentin wants to put my feet up on the screen? It's like, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's not.
But then if he wants to pleasure your feet and
I don't think he does that to his actresses. I think he just like Uma Thurman, he just puts their feet on screen. That's it.
Yeah.
There's literally a scene of a movie where he's actually doing stuff with the feet.
Oh, From Dusk Till Dawn. I think he's like licking tequila off Selma Hayek's toes or something. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it is. I don't know. But you think that would be weird?
Personally, actually, her story about the finger sounds more like he didn't like the way she was behaving, and he just pushed it to places that were even more uncomfortable.
Did he direct it? Did we find that out?
Read that out. And being like, I can see him being that kind of bully on set and being a little bit.
I just like wonder why he has like all this like power. He must have been producing it or something.
He was a writer.
Oh, okay. So.
Not the director.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he sounds like a freak, but damn. It sucks. It sucks. Like if it's true and stuff like that. I kind of like I'm leaning more towards Rebel's side, you know.
But it also sucks like you're an actor, you're in a big movie, and now you have to deal with issues of your finger going into somebody's cavities. Like it's just not.
Yeah,
cool
you wouldn't think that too with like an A-lister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Adam Sandler's doing Happy Gilmore 2, and it's like you wouldn't. If I sign up for Happy Gilmore 2, I don't think I'm gonna have to like stick my finger up Adam Sandler's butt. But you never know. Netflix is wild these days.
That one I might approve.
Oh, wow. So if it's Adam Sandler, it's okay. But Sacha Baron Cohen. Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen just seems odd
It's all
to
about
me.
intention.
Right, I get what you're saying. For sure. Sacha Baron Cohen's a freak. Adam Sandler's more respectable.
Because I'll be sitting next to Adam Sandler's wife as we watch you guys do
That's
the
true.
scene.
She's so comfortable with I love that. I love the visualization is part of the manifestation. I love that so much. Anyways, I thought that story was fascinating for some reason. I don't know. I was very into it because I saw it like right before we started filming. It's like Sacha Baron Cohen responds. I'm like, "Ooh, I want to know what he said." Like, I just think it's like so interesting and so weird. And I always felt that about him. I always felt like such a weird ick from him. So
yeah, it is. It's crazy that like it blew up and like I said, kind of like put the book on the map. But I like Rebel Wilson. I loved Pitch Perfect back in the day.
Is that your favorite one
of hers?
Yeah.
I also loved, this is very niche, but the movie How to Be Single. It was Dakota Johnson and Rebel Wilson.
Oh, God. It sounds awful.
It was probably, because I was also very single at the time. So it and it came out on Valentine's Day, and it was like the movie for the single girls to watch.
Oh,
like,
you went?
You're single, you only need yourself. Very that, yeah.
Okay.
And it was like my favorite movie for years.
I thought those movies are so depressing. It's like, all you need is yourself. It's like, okay, but I want to be in a relationship.
Okay.
Were you truly happy? Because like
I was empowered.
You loved it,
yeah.
And you liked being single. You had your time.
No, I wanted a boyfriend bad, but it made me okay with it.
That's what I'm saying. Look, and I know there's so many people. I know there's so many people that love being single, and I like, think that's like amazing. I just like could never relate to that ever. Like I was single for like 12 years of my life. Like wanted a boyfriend more than anything. So like I think because I was single for so long, I just like wanted it so bad. So like all those movies were just like, okay.
When you can't have something, it makes you want it more.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm sure for the girls who have like, boys knocking on the door every night to be in a relationship with them, it's like, I want to be single.
Right.
But when
you're
yes, when you're not single by choice, like
yeah, the girls that are like, I need 3 months to be single. I was like, okay, well, I had 3 decades of being single. So.
But it was similar where like it was like not single by choice, like she was forced to be single because she got like dumped. So it was like,
oh, that's the worst too. It's like when someone doesn't want to be with you and you're just like, oh man, okay, this sucks. I have to watch. No, I don't want to watch that. You love Dakota Johnson. You're such a stan.
I do love Dakota Johnson.
Did you like
50
Shades of Grey?
What it is. I did love 50 Shades of Grey. I remember we went for like work, like it was like me and all like the middle-aged women like producers. We went to go watch. We had like the screening. We went to go watch it. It was like a girls' night. Me and the lady.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I think that's kind of everything. Yeah. And we tried to watch it a couple Valentine's Day ago, and I was like, actually, this is awful.
It was a terrible movie, but it was like
it wasn't like hot.
Especially the first one. I think there was a lot of like mystery and allure about it, and it was so like intense. That's like, how are they going to do this? Mm-hmm. I don't know if I ever finished the trilogy, but
I was like not raunchy. No, the trilogy gets just bad because it's supposed to be like raunchy and sexual and oh my god, like whatever. Fantasy. Then it just becomes like she's pregnant and he falls in love with her, and I was like, okay, it's like a love story. Then I kind of like spoiler alert for a 10-year-old movie. It was not it. If you want to watch something sexy, watch The Idol.
But I also was into it, I think, because it was Twilight fan fiction, and I loved Twilight. So.
Oh, that really? I didn't know.
Yeah, it was the author. It was basically like I think it went on Wattpad or something. It was all about Bella and Edward, but then she just had to change the names to publish it like officially and then make it a movie, which is so random.
Was Edward rich?
I think so, right?
Oh, okay.
The Cohens were.
Yes. He's like, yes, he was. Like, how do you know?
What do you mean? He's had the saving accounts for 700 years.
Yeah.
But he didn't work. They didn't work.
No, but right. All the
was a doctor.
vampires were rich.
How was he a doctor? He was an actual vampire and he's also a doctor?
That's how you get your meals.
You look like Carlisle. You could be Carlisle. Who would you be?
I loved
Jacob?
Rosalie.
Oh, wait, which one is that? Which one is she? The blonde?
Yeah.
Is that Nikki Cox? Is that her name?
Nikki Reed.
Nikki Reed.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I can see. Why do you like that character though? I feel like she didn't have to give anything.
She really didn't until like the end when you get her backstory and she like really wanted a baby so bad. I think she got like S8 or something, and then she was supposed to have a baby, but then he turned her into a vampire instead or something like that.
Where'd he go? But that's what happened to Edward and Bella, and he stayed around.
I think that's why she hated men, or except for that one like hot guy that she was with, because she was so like anti-men for a long time. I think because she got, turned against her will, and that's why she was mad at Bella, because she was like, you don't understand, like it's so
you don't want this.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's a random character to want to be, but I'll take it.
Who would you be?
I liked her little pixie cut, the one that like
Alice, I knew you were gonna say her.
I like her. Her boyfriend's creepy, but I like her. I'd be that one only just because she looked the cutest. Everyone else, no, I don't know. I don't really care, but Carlisle was hot. So you could be Carlisle. People said you looked like him when we had a Twilight era for like a minute.
I loved your Twilight
era. Oh man, we were like
really
obsessed with. We watched it all in one weekend, and then like of course we had to do all the skits. Oh yeah, the skits are out. To check out whatever that account is, Trisha Paytas Lover or something, reposting everything.
It's been showing up on my TikTok lately.
We love the Trish talks. Yeah. Anyways, that was our hot story. We had one hot topic so far. You have so many. I mean,
well,
did we talk about everything? Yeah, we talked about
There's another movie that's like inspired by fan fiction that's coming out, and you have to see it because it's going to be on Prime.
We were looking it up this weekend. I was like, I want to watch it now. And I talked about it with Slater, with Tara. I've been bringing this movie up to everybody.
Have?
Yes. I'm very excited. It doesn't come out till May 2nd because we were going to look it up this weekend. I was like, I really want to watch this movie. And I was like, what is it? I'm like, I don't know what it is. Something draws me to it.
The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, but
I don't like Anne Hathaway. I'm not a fan, but I love this movie. It's not out till May 2nd though.
That's such a long wait. I'm actually upset. I thought it was sooner because they've been promoting it so much.
I thought it was out.
Sooner. Yeah.
It gives me Sydney Sweeney vibes of like the whatever movie she did with Glenn Powell.
Oh, Anyone But You.
It gives me that vibes. Very just like romantic. It's so weird for Anne Hathaway to do it, but I love it.
That's what she said too, because I think people were surprised. She's like, you have an Oscar. Why would you do it? And she's like, I just wanted to do it. She's
like, I want to make out with this young guy.
But I like the idea behind it too. She's like, at 40 years old to kind of have like that new like love experience. She's like, you don't really have a lot of stories like that of like an older woman having this kind of like love story, and she wanted to send that message that it doesn't matter what age you are, you can always experience something like that, which I think is so cool.
It's cute, but it's like so unrealistic because it's like, what is he, like a lead singer? It's like Harry Styles, right? It's based on the Harry Styles fan fiction.
Yeah, it's like inspired by Harry Styles.
So it's like Harry Styles at a concert be like, I just met this cute girl in the audience. It's right there. It's you.
But it's so Harry coded to do because he loves older women. I could see it too. It's like there's
funny.
like the daughter crying like in the front row, but
he sees the mom.
Yes,
he's like, it's actually you I want.
I could totally see that being.
But my daughter brought me here. I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know what to say. There was something about you.
I love it, and I know they're like having a hard time like navigating how to discuss the Harry Styles like influence at all. But it's so funny because they have all these promotional stills that are like exact replicas of like Harry Styles photos. Like there's one of Anne and Nicholas that replicates Olivia Wilde and Harry, like a paparazzi photo of Olivia Wilde and Harry.
Oh,
yeah,
God,
it's so good. I cannot wait for this film.
I didn't even know the depth of it like that. I like it because I just love the idea of like a celebrity picking me out of the crowd.
Oh,
and the fact that she's older, I didn't even think about that. But being 40, like I kind of like it is always like this fantasy, right? You're just like they're gonna notice me in the crowd, and so like I don't know, it does sound exciting.
And the trailer broke the record. It amassed 125 million views. So it's like the most viewed trailer on social media ever.
Is that guy anybody? Is he from anything?
He was in Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is like the gay Prince movie on Amazon last summer.
Is he gay?
I don't think he's ever talked about his sexuality, but he has a girlfriend right now, I think.
Okay. But
or he posted a photo holding a girl's hand. I think he wanted to, let people know because the gays are trying to claim him, the bis are trying to claim him, the straights are trying to claim him.
Or he's trying to throw people off.
Maybe, who knows?
He's like, actually, look, I'm holding a girl's hand.
But he's hot. He's like a new it boy for sure. He was in. Did you see the Camila Cabello Cinderella? That was terrible.
Yes.
He was in that. He was the prince in that.
Okay, I don't remember.
How
old is he?
He's young. I think he's like 24. I want to say.
Okay. It's not too young. I always went like 20
or
something.
No. Oh my God, he's 29. He looks younger. He's kind of like baby face.
Oh, okay.
But
baby face coded.
Yeah.
I like when they're like a little, if they're meant to be young, I like when they're like older played.
Yeah.
That's cute.
But I'm very excited for this film. I'm And it got like really good reviews. I think it got like 100% from the critics who watched it at South by Southwest.
Wow.
Which for like a unserious like rom-com, like that's everything.
Rom-coms need to come back. They're so good.
I think this is Sydney Sweeney helped pave the way.
Shout out loved Sydney. It. Like it was such a simple movie, but it's just like cute. You know what I mean? I love. Do you not get a screener ahead of time for this?
I actually do get Amazon screeners, so
when
I
do
would
we
get it
that?
like maybe a couple weeks ahead. I have to check my account. But...
Amazon is everywhere. Amazon is the place to be.
Yeah,
We're going
Beast,
to Amazon.
Anne Hathaway, everyone's
Us,
over
Just
there.
Trish, $100 million deal. I see Call Her Daddy shopping around for 8-9 figures. We see that. We'll match it. We'll go under a little bit. If you want Call Her Daddy, we'll take a couple $100 million under.
8.5 figures.
8.5 figures. I'll take 8.5. I'll take 8 figures, honestly.
Didn't JLO have a movie like
Oh
that?
my god. The JLO hate is real.
I see her everywhere now. But she had a movie like that, right?
She had that big like Avengers movie for her album, and then she had like the behind the scenes of it.
Is it the new one that came out behind the scenes?
It was like the documentary of it. It was that viral clip where she takes her hair out and it's curly. She's like, oh, like it reminds me of when I let my hair out and it's wild. It reminds me of when I was at the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just that silly little girl from the block. Like, hey. She's wild. Ben Affleck just looks like he hates his life so much. I hope he's happy. I hope he's okay.
When they showed like little clips of them, like Ben trying to encourage her in like the documentary. I've only seen clips on
Me
Twitter.
too.
But there was one where she's like crying. She's like, "Oh, this movie is so stupid. Like, I don't know what I'm doing." And Ben was like very sweet to her. So at least she has that. Like, at least Ben is sweet and supportive. I think he just kind of has that like resting bitch face, but like the male version, I guess, you know. Mm-hmm. But they seem happy together. So at least maybe the album and the acting isn't clicking.
He just looks like he's forced to be there. When he's talking about the relationship, he's talking about like how he hated it. That it was so high profile the first time they dated. And then now they're doing this whole behind the scenes about their love story. He's just like, you can just tell his face. He just looks, I don't know. Like I said, maybe that's just his face.
I think it is. But because every time he has a film to promote, he has JLO on that red carpet. You know what I mean? So he's still also getting something out of it.
I don't think JLo's the it girl anymore. I think she's...
I don't think so either. And I love supporting girls, but it's like whenever I've never heard too many like sweet stories.
Never.
Sweet JLO stories.
There's not one. We should all share our JLo stories. There's not one. Do you see that clip of her from? I think it's like the one where they do the 73 questions.
No.
Oh, and they're like, "What did New Yorkers say?" She's like, "You."
Oh my god.
I love New Yorkers. I'm like, what? And they're like, "What's your go-to order from the bodega?" She's like, "Ham and cheese sandwich with orange soda." I don't know. I'm like, well, maybe that is what they get. I don't go to a bodega. I don't know, but like maybe. But I just know TikTok is like clowning. I just think in general she's just kind of cringe right now. I don't know. She's in her cringe era.
Poor thing. And I saw too that like the ticket sales for the tour that she's doing for this album haven't been like that great either.
Oh, she's doing a tour? I didn't even hear about that. Yeah. Wow, damn. Who's she going with? Just by herself?
She's headlining. I don't know who's opening for her.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Don't
Drake Bell should open for her. Remember when he was Drake Campanella or whatever? He was like a Spanish singer.
He rebranded.
I think it's his dad. I think his dad's Hispanic, right? He speaks Spanish really good. Like he speaks it fluently.
I don't know if his dad is Hispanic. He looks like a ginger guy.
His dad?
Drake Bell?
No. You didn't watch. Well, we can't talk about it. But you didn't watch
I did watch it, and I could have.
Oh,
right.
I think he looked pretty.
Do you? Think?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I think he is.
Oh, you're right. I don't know why I thought he was a ginger.
That's Ed Sheeran, I think. Thinking of someone else.
Oh, the mom. The mom is a ginger. That's why.
I think ginger is an offensive term to use.
Is it?
I don't know. I think people get mad when you call someone a ginger.
I don't know.
People hate the word ginger. I don't know if it's offensive. I just know people like don't love it.
Oh, apologies to the redhead community.
The redhead community.
Auburn.
I think it's a South Park. Remember, it was like Punch a Ginger Day or something.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It's crazy. I think I don't know. Anyways, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think. I just try to be woke over here. So I'm on the uncancelable list right now, so I need to stay there.
The woke queen of TikTok.
The
and
woke
podcasts.
queen of and podcasts. Yeah, I think she's just kind of Drake Bell. Yeah, well, the reason we don't talk about it also, like I said this on my TikTok, but it's like anything like too dark and deep. There's something else that happened dark and deep. The Ruby Frankie case too.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it gets. Oh my god, and new stuff came out about that. I really try to scroll past these things, like the woman that left her child for 16 days. Like I really try to scroll past them, but sometimes you just see it. My whole 40 pages. Quiet on Set. It's the Ruby Frank and the woman who left her child for 16 days and ended up
on vacation
Oh my god, it's so sad. And the Ruby Frank stuff just came out about she wrote diary entries calling them like the devil and they're snakes and they try to steal water and it's like she had to kick out the crazy stuff that she like detailed herself in her diary. I was just like, this is like scary. This is demonic. It's so scary. So like that kind of stuff I like just don't like to cover in general because it's like so dark. I don't know. It's like so awful. I'm glad that people who talk about it because I feel like it is good to get out there. But, you know, we try to keep fingers in the butt and stuff, which is serious too. But, you know, putting myself in that situation, I'm like, I guess, you know, I'm into it. But only consensually. If someone says no, leave it at that. But that's the other thing too. Okay, not to get back to that, but like, can you ask someone without it being harassment? Like, do you think he asked repeatedly? Because can you just ask someone, right? You're doing a movie. Hey, would you be down to put a finger up my butt? Was that considered harassment? Or do you think he like did it over and over and was like, put the finger up my butt?
It sounded like it was built up, kind of like what Moses was saying. Like he kept like asking for, you know, nudity and like all this outlandish stuff that she didn't want, and then like to keep pushing it when someone already is like kind of uncomfortable with that, you know.
Thanks for the clarification. Because I'm like trying to think now. I'm like, God, you know, because I would. Yeah. Anyways, all right, we know where we stand. That's it. That's that. Yeah, but he'd be good to open for JLO. Now's the time.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe you put Sabrina Carpenter in there for a second. I was like, oh my god.
Well,
not
she's
my
just
Sabrina.
the opener. She's like the opener. You
But
know
like
what I mean?
Taylor Swift though, like
She can open for JLO. Oh, I see. You're right.
you know,
The audience,
it's a little
the difference.
different. Yeah.
We love the friendship of Sabrina and Taylor. Taylor's been quiet. No Taylor Swift news today.
No, she was at Nobu
I mean,
yesterday.
there was. I don't know. I mean, I saw her trending, but not. Just,
What was it? You
just
always
on vacation with her.
Yeah, she went to the
Travis.
Bahamas and then she was in Nobu, Malibu yesterday.
Ooh, you should have been there.
I know.
Can't get a
Oh,
reservation.
you should have been there.
We never get reservations. I don't know if people get reservations. One time we got a reservation through like your friend
We
or
do.
something.
We just have to ask. You know, you have to ask somebody that knows somebody at the restaurant.
They're kind of assholes there too because like literally I'll call for reservation like, oh, you have to call a month in advance. I'll be like, okay, so then I call like a month in advance. Like if my birthday's May 8th, I call April 8th. I'm like, hey, it's exactly 1 month. Oh, we're filled up now. I was like, what? Like they're kind of.
I'm sure when Tara Yummy went with Landon Barker.
Oh, I was like, ooh, I picture my like I got it.
She just rolled up, I bet.
Oh, for sure. Really, you think so?
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and who's the one of that got the reservation that got to get in? Was it because she's Tara, or is it because he's Landon?
That's a good question. Maybe Landon first.
Yeah.
I don't know if like
because
You
it's
think
more
he's-
of an establishment.
Yeah, they're like
So it's
Barker,
like
you
his
can-
dad. Yeah, because that's how I've.
God, it
seen
seems like they're very influential, like Travis
But-
and Courtney.
But I think once you go, you just have to be there in person, and then you see the person. They get to get your number, and
Where
then
were
you
we
have an in.
VIP? We're VIP like that somewhere.
at the pasta place in Beverly Hills.
Oh yeah. Where's that pumpkin?
You want it? I didn't know if you wanted it. or
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
bring it
We gotta
down.
go get the pumpkin and the pasta.
Okay, I'll bring it.
Shout out Il Posteo at Beverly Hills, where Justin Bieber has the Justin Bieber pasta. We are now friends with the owner and chef. Their son made this pumpkin. Well, we'll bring it down. This time, should we pause?
I'll run
or?
and get it.
Okay.
No, just keep going. You can tell the story. I'll get it.
Gotta get the pumpkin. And Ruth's Chris in Vegas too. I think we're VIP
Oh,
there now.
yes.
We just were like, the person was like, "Hey, I know you." I was like, "Thank God," because you need a reservation. But have you been to Il Posteo in Beverly
No.
Hills? Oh, that's when you said Beverly Hills. That's the first thing I thought of. Is I was like, "Oh, I want to go there for the pasta." They have the Justin Bieber pasta.
What is it?
It's like pasta vodka, and it's like the giant noodles.
And he likes it? Is that what they named after him?
Yeah, it's like literally on the menu as Justin
Oh.
Bieber pasta. Yeah, so we went for we had a little agency meeting in Beverly Hills. Actually, a big one. I'm really excited. I hope it happens. I was like, oh my God. There's one thing I've always wanted in my life, and that was to have an agent. Have you
Yeah,
ever
every
had an-
time someone comes that has an agent, you're like, how'd you get an agent?
And I feel like that manifested a little bit because, okay, anyways, you'll see eventually. But I was like, and I said that. I was like, wait, how did you sign with the agency? And it like kind of happened. And I was kind of like, oh my gosh, but maybe we'll see. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. It's fine if I do. It doesn't matter. I jinx everything. But all right, here's the pumpkin. Should I do it in my close up or it's good on the thing? Cute. I got a little Trishy pumpkin. So we're done eating. I didn't even post. I was there because, you know, I like to post like after we leave or whatever like that. And this woman comes up. She has like a bag and she has this pumpkin in her hand and it says Trishy. And, you know, I thought maybe like a fan or something. I don't know. And she's like, oh, my son made this for you. It's been sitting in our house for a while. And I was like, how did he know I was here? Like, I literally said that too, because I was like, I haven't posted. And it was the owner, right there, the owner and the chef, the original chef, the owner and the original chef of the restaurant's son. And I guess I went in a couple months ago. And I guess he just had it in the house. Like, he just made it for me. And I don't know if they're just, like, waiting that I showed up again one day to give it to me. It was kind of everything. So the hostess recognized me. We met in 2016. So I think maybe she might have texted him, I think is what she said. So I don't know if he was in school or what. But both of the parents came, presented me with this beautiful pumpkin. God, well, his name was so hard to pronounce. What was it? Like,
No, Giacomo.
Giacomo. We did a little bit like, hi, Giacomo. Like, They were Italian? They were Italian.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my God, their pasta was amazing. They gave us free pasta sauce. Oh, we should cook that. Told Moses how to make the sauce, put a little water in it or
It's kind
something.
of cool. It's like a box that has the pasta and the sauce in the box.
So they gave us this little pumpkin and it says Trishy, and I just felt really VIP. Look, we're not really VIP there. I mean, it's not like we got like a free meal or anything. We're not like, we can't just like walk in, but
This is more than a free meal.
no, for sure. But I don't want to act like we're friends with them. They might
No.
not want to that association with the owners. They might be like, we're not friends with you, but we.
The main star is Giacomo. He made this for
Yeah.
you, and he was so excited.
I was so excited. I was very much excited. I was like, wow, this is so cool. And yeah,
And they're
I felt-
sweet parents.
No, it was great.
To get, they ran home. They got it. They brought it over, all for their son.
And they gave us
they care so
They did
much
give us free
about them.
pasta to take home and stuff like that. But anyways, I didn't want to make it seem like we're like we can just go in there at any time. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're that VIP. Why were we talking about this? Who was VIP at a restaurant? Oh, Nobu. We're definitely not on that level at all.
It's not the same.
Right.
No, this is more personal. I feel like it's more personal.
But
and
if we showed up
heartfelt.
at a busy time, do you think they would give us a table?
Yes, I think so.
I don't think so.
I think so. I mean, everyone in the restaurant, the host, the owners, and when we walked away, somebody ran behind us. It was another
Carlos.
Carlos
He
ran
was so
behind
sweet.
us, and he took the apron and everything off to take a picture.
And he looked so cool because he had his bow tie underneath. I'm like, it looks like we're going to prom now because it looks so cool. He said he watched my videos before he even knew English. And I was like, how did you watch my
my
videos?
God.
Yeah. I was like, did you understand what I was saying? Maybe he learned English watching my videos. And you know what? He had impeccable English.
makes
So
sense. Yeah.
I was teaching people, because you said that. You watch movies and TV show to learn.
Oh,
Like,
totally. I learned English from songs, just listening and reading the words to songs.
that's pretty cool. Everyone
Kate Bush
made me feel like a
songs.
celebrity that day. Everyone was taking pictures. That was a cool day. We were in Beverly Hills, and I really felt like very famous that day.
Because she hardly leaves the house. So, when you leave the house, you actually meet reality.
It is crazy. I
You're
never leave the
famous.
house, but like also I don't feel like I've ever gotten like recognized like so much, especially like Beverly Hills. It's like Rodeo Drive. It's like who
It was a very
cares?
special day because even when we were walking at the tables, you see some, people were high profile, but they were like winking at you.
Oh, yeah, like-
little, hey.
Yeah, there was like older men, there was like gay men. They're like, hey, I was like all these people. I was just like, I don't know. It felt like a movie. I was like,
Maybe they knew you were just signing up with this big.
I don't know, maybe I don't know. It was really weird, but it was great. Maybe I need to leave the house more. It felt very good. I don't know. I felt very famous that day, and it was wonderful. And thank you for the Trishy pumpkin. It's amazing, Giacomo. Giacomo, we love. How do you say it in Italian? We love you. I love you.
Oh, I have no idea.
Ti amo.
I think so.
Je t'aime.
Oh, you're better
Je
than
t'aime is French.
Ti amo might be Spanish.
Ti amo. No,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Ti amo Spanish. But oh my God, now
Close. It's close probably to that.
J'adore.
Ti amo.
Ti amo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Ti amo is.
Ti amo.
That's why I was bad at Italian because it was too similar to.
It's so
Spanish.
close. Someone told me if you eat pasta in Italy, it's actually like doesn't make you fat as opposed to if you eat it here.
That's what I heard too.
Is it? And someone said it was like both the water and the pasta. Like our water here is like different and the pasta is different here.
Probably.
Yeah, they're like if you eat it there, it's like really healthy because I guess they pay for your healthcare in Italy, so they want you to be healthy as opposed to here. They're just like trying to make you sick all the time,
Oh wow.
which makes sense.
Yeah, our food is much more processed and not as good.
I want to go to
For
Italy and eat pasta. Did you see JLO? Speaking of JLO, spitting that gum. You sent it to me this morning where she spit the gum.
Oh my God.
Wait, but people were so mad about it. But I didn't think it was a big deal. Did you see the clip?
No.
It was like you thought it was bad.
So they're in a photo shoot in New York.
She's filming a movie.
And her assistant comes to her and puts her hand, and JLo spits her gum into her hand, and the assistant kind of.
But everyone's like, that's so disrespectful. You thought it was bad? I didn't think it was bad.
I would not spit my gum in somebody's hand.
But it's like you're filming
There's
a
so
movie.
many ways to do it.
Okay, you're filming a movie. They're getting ready to shoot. It's like when a guest is here and has gum. Like you always give them like a Kleenex or something like that,
Exactly.
But an assistant, I'm sure if it was like you or me or anyone, if it was somebody, I would just take your gum. Like here, give me your gum. Like spit it
That's
out.
me and you. We're
But I
intimate.
think that's normal for like an assistant.
Just put it in a napkin and give it to somebody. Like
But the assistant came up with her hand, so she was like offering it. Like, okay, give me your gum.
that's what I mean. That's the nature of their
So I don't think
relationship.
it was gross. Yeah, I don't think it was gross. I really like made a big deal. I was like, I don't think it's that bad.
I don't think it's that bad either, just because that is like the norm.
Yeah.
That is like how it is. Like when you're an
give me your gum.
assistant.
Just, I don't think it was bad.
And when you're an assistant, you're kind of like desensitized to that stuff. Because I feel like you know I'm on like such a like insane level that it's just
you're like washing underwear, fingers up the butt. You're doing it all. And that's what they want. That's what you get. No, there's people who go above and beyond. And I feel like that kind of thing is
but
like
what
that.
if it was a different assistant? What if you were a lawyer and you have an assistant where you spit in their hand?
No, but like a lawyer can go to a trash can. Jail is just
Yeah.
about to, they're going to roll, what is it, action. There's no trash can around. It's the streets of New York. The person comes up, like, give me your gum roll. Like, okay, yeah, boom, done.
Yeah, I think it's like the nature of being like on like a set like that.
Yeah, I think so
It is
too.
like, it's kind of normal.
I thought it was. And I saw you sent it to me. I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, I remember I was outraged, and I saw you sent it to me, and I was like,
I'm all for being a JLO hater, but that's the one I was like, oh, okay.
I know, that's the problem, right? Everyone gets on this like hate train, and then it's like
anything they do.
And then we start picking, and then it starts to become invalid, and then people are like, leave JLo alone. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, let's
cycle.
Yeah, let's keep picking on the people that need picking on. You know what I mean? And leave. I don't know. People just get so extra about it. Every little thing. It's like, oh, okay, here we go. Moses is the JLo hater. He's staying on that train.
I just think we are in a place where we think it's normal. That's wrong. That we think it's normal. It's not. She could just walk a couple of steps somewhere, put her gum down.
Highly disagree.
This is not life and death situation where you're like, take the gum. I gotta shoot this person.
Like, no, but that person like offered, like, give me your gum. That's it. It's like when you bring someone a Kleenex, you walk up, you're like, you take your gum out. Like, that's it. You don't ask the person to get up and go to a trash can. Oh, could you get up and like spit your gum out? It's
don't
like
spit in my hand though. Like, no.
I don't think she cared. If you offer it, you don't care. Like, you just don't. I don't know. I strongly disagree with that one. Just my personal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think just because I'm not saying like that's like the environment maybe people should be in, but it's just like the norm. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just kind of.
I don't think it's like disrespectful, especially if someone offers it.
Yeah, she went like grabbed her hand.
Yeah, or he spit it at her like okay, maybe.
Like a Naomi Campbell with the phone.
Yeah, or
like,
Pumpkin in New York.
Yeah.
New York is so wild. God, we used to talk in DMs, and now I haven't heard back from her. I've DM'd her so many times.
I think she was. I heard, it's just a rumor, that she was filming House of Villains season 2, and they just wrapped last week, I think, or a couple days ago.
She's coming back?
I heard that she did go back for season 2.
I wonder if she'd be on Traitors if she's on House of Villains, but probably not. Usually it's like a year contract thing where you can't be on another reality show or something.
Johnny Bananas was on both.
Who's that?
The guy who got eliminated first on Traitors.
Oh, what's he from?
The Challenge. And he was on House of Villains too. So I think you can do both.
Is he a villain?
Yeah, always an asshole. Yeah.
Really? I never heard of him. Johnny Bananas.
He's been like on a. I'm surprised you hadn't, because he's been on like seasons with CT and stuff, but he wasn't on The Real World. He was like one of the ones that they like when they just needed to start casting people, like the fresh meat or whatever.
Oh.
So he wasn't like on The Real World. He just came for
I never watched those. I saw CT on the New Orleans Real World and Trisha on Vegas.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Because he would just like came on for the challenge, not from Real World. I think. I'm
stupid
pretty
name.
sure.
Anytime someone has a stupid name like that, I'm like, they just like are looking for attention. I remember Johnny Fairplay from Survivor, but I don't remember.
I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure they just brought him in though.
Johnny Bananas.
Yeah. But
he got eliminated first?
On Traitors, yeah.
I think I do. I remember Jimmy Fallon. Did we talk about this? The Jimmy Fallon clip where he asked Alan Cumming about him?
Oh, yeah.
And Alan Cumming's like, yeah, we have Johnny Bananas. He's like, oh, Johnny Bananas is so
he
good.
Was just like, yeah.
And he's like, not in this game. Like, you did not watch The Traitors. Jimmy Fallon is like the worst host ever. He's just like, I don't know if it's him or his researchers, but he like never seems to know anything about anybody.
I think also what I've noticed is when people get that big, like you were saying, like kind of like with Tyra, you know, like they kind of just show up and then the people try to like prep them as much as they can, but then whatever, I don't care.
I get that. No, it's stressful. Shout out Jimmy Fallon. It is stressful. Even when people come on here, I'm like, I really like get stressed about not doing enough research. I'm like, I hope I have enough to talk about, and then they come and then we don't even get to half of it. So
true, yeah.
It would be hard, but Wendy never failed. She always was on.
She just was quick with it.
She was so quick, so good. I loved her. I feel like she's like, we had a Wendy. We said that Wendy cosplay today. Oh man, I love Wendy. I wish I could talk to her. Maybe she could come on Just Trish.
Maybe. Actually, I don't think so. But
book her.
Her poor condition, but yeah.
Oh, what else?
Did you see Bella Hadid's crazy morning routine? It was like this whole thing on TikTok.
What? No, I haven't seen this anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so she posted her morning routine on TikTok and she showed everything that she takes in the morning. And it was like all these little potions and like all these pills and vitamins and stuff. And someone or try to estimate like how much it was for her morning routine.
Did you say the cut?
The cut, yeah.
Is this your friend? Is this David Alvarez?
No.
Oh, isn't that his thing? The cut. I was like, wow, okay, promo again. What's his?
His is just Alvarezi. That's just his channel.
I thought no, with the white wall.
Yeah, but it's like inspired by the cut in Jubilee, but he does it. Yeah.
So it is from the cut. It's from the same thing.
It's not from the cut. It's just like
you just said from the cut.
This is from the cut. Bella Hadid is from the.
Oh, okay, okay,
but
got
David is just David that inspired by Jubilee and he's
Okay.
inspired by Jubilee in the cut.
Oh,
not
parody
associated.
version.
Yeah, it's
Got
like
it.
the bro. Zach Justice, Jake Weber version.
There's so many. Yeah, I'm into the lore now of all this. I'm really diving. Did you see like with Indiana on the dropouts?
Yes.
I'm like, didn't even know who these people were. And I'm like, I gotta get into this.
I'm so invested now. Yeah.
Okay.
They had a live show.
Oh.
We should have gone.
Did they talk about it? We should
I
have
don't know
gone.
if they. I don't know if they talked about it. I just saw. I feel like now if they try to do a live show, it'd probably be a bigger venue because it was small. I was kind of surprised the venue.
Yeah, they have such a big audience.
Yeah, I'm sure now if they.
I don't know
try
who
to
that
do
girl
it.
is, and I feel bad because I know she had like a breakdown over it, but I was like, she was
Indiana.
being a lot. Yeah, and she said she was hired as a researcher, but then she's like, but I have social anxiety, so I can't reach out to people. I'm like, wrong job if you're hired as
Yeah.
she was hired as the booker for guests.
Oh,
She's like, I came on as the booker for guests. But you guys know I have social anxiety. I can't reach out to people like that. I'm like, don't be a booker.
I really admire like the real like bookers because they do not give a frick. Like they'll just reach out, whatever,
Yeah.
and they don't even care like how big the person is.
That's me right now.
Like my friend who, when we started, I asked her. She used to work at ET. Now she started her own like booking thing, and she books like the Oscars and like
Oh my gosh.
those, like
What
the
happened to
Grammys
her?
and stuff. Well, now she books for the Oscars.
Well, why can't we have her?
She was expensive. She was so
How
expensive.
expensive? Can you say?
This was back before pre-Oscars. It
Okay.
was like $600 per episode or whatever.
But do you get somebody, or that's just like maybe we'll get you somebody?
I think it's just a maybe. Just like try.
That's like publicists or PR companies.
Yeah.
They're like, you pay us $5,000, maybe we can get you in a magazine.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? No, it's awful. Don't do it.
But she like does not like it could be like Britney Spears and she like wouldn't care. She would still reach out. You know, like
Yeah,
It's
I do that now.
I
I reach out to
admire
everybody.
that.
Because it's like really like what? I have social anxiety too, but like they
You gotta
don't
just
read
go
it.
for
They
it.
say absolutely not. It's like, okay, not. I do have social anxiety, but like that kind of stuff I don't mind. I'll reach out to anyone.
I don't mind the reaching out, but then when they reply, then I get anxious. I'm like, oh, then I
Really?
really have to craft. Yeah, like a little bit of a spoiler alert, but my pitch to Hassan, I was like, I worked it out, girl. I was like,
Oh, we got a
I was
maybe
proud
from
of that.
him.
It's like because his scheduling is in Australia right now, but it is something in the works. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. But my pitch for it was solid. I typed it up and I read it and I was like, I ate that. It was really good.
I ate it.
I was like,
What'd you say?
I'll
What is
tease
the
it.
pitch?
No, you don't even know the pitch.
I'm like, what are we pitching?
I saw that as like it's kind of like a Legally Blonde. I was like Trisha's pop culture meets Hassan's political background. It was very, and I was like, that is so tea. Actually, like that would be so good.
I feel like only you are into this episode. I mean, first of all, I'm down for it. Love it because I know he's popular. He's like an it boy right now, so
Yeah.
definitely down. But also, like, does anyone care?
I care.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think you're the number one, which is good.
My-
It's
So
fine.
in our comment section, people live for it. Yes.
See?
They live for it.
And I never use that word. That phrase.
Every time. Look, it's. Oh no, I say what it's. Yeah, okay. I that's one of the ones where it's like if Elon Musk was on, I'd be like, I don't really know, but I know it's gonna get
No,
views.
Elon would be more, like I can see Elon even more because it's not as political. Like there's so much to talk
You think
about.
I have a better chance of getting Elon Musk and Hassan Piker on
I think your conversation with Elon will flow better
than me
with
and Hassan?
Oh, I
Like
believe-
that's okay.
I believe in it.
What would I say? Okay, Hassan's here, and I'm just like, the Young Turks. Like that's all I know about him. The private jet. What are your thoughts now?
So,
Would
politics.
you take a private jet with me and David Dobrik?
Science. Like he
Science.
talks about scientific stuff. He talks about stuff with Apple getting sued or whatever.
Okay.
I've been tuning into his streams to get a little bit of info on him. 'Cause-
Women, gays. What do you think about gays?
You should say, I'm not politics.
Women's rights.
Can
you
I
know?
replace your gay friends? I would love to replace.
Okay, but
the
you're
gay
gonna be
friend.
here for it.
Yeah, that's- yeah.
Am I sitting in the middle? Okay.
I do have a straight man agenda lately, though, because like
I
Ted,
really do. I know.
Sean.
And I'm like, I'm trying. Look, here's the thing. Not that it's not, but it's like, okay, what am I going to add? You know, I feel like I could just be here. I guess I could be a moderator. Because it is like a Just Trish extension. It could work, you know what I mean? Even people I like love, I'm always like we have Holly coming back with another guest this week. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to be in the middle. It's going to be like a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like really honing down on it. But yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for all. And I'm down for it. We love Ted too. We love him
We
too.
do
So
love Ted.
figuring it all out. And we're getting tiles on our floor soon. So we do have like a 2-week hiatus. I'm trying to pre-record a bunch of things. But Yeah, you've been good. You've been a great booker lately. You've been getting
I've been
the
really
guests.
going for it. Yeah, I'm like, at this point, I gotta just make it happen.
I think so too. I think why
you
not?
gotta put your social anxiety to the side, Indiana. You gotta just disassociate and go for it.
What is it? Good advice? Just disassociate. Is dissociating a good thing or no?
I think it depends. I think if it's like
times.
a condition, it's not.
It's a condition,
right? Like dissociative.
I think you don't choose it, right? I don't know.
Sometimes
It
you
just
can.
happens. I don't know.
I think it's like you're able to just like separate yourself. I think because there's stuff that I'm just uncomfortable with because I have like a list of like mental illnesses or whatever, and like I just have to. But when you're working, you kind of just have to put all that aside because you have a job. You know,
go for it. Yeah, you're just like, it's fine. I'm mentally ill, but I'm here.
Period. Yeah.
I think that'd be a good merch.
Mentally
ill and I'm here. It needs to be a rhyme, like mentally ill and
I'm chill.
That's good. Mentally ill and chill.
Or mentally ill and it's chill. Maybe I don't know.
That's cute.
Or
but is that
chill,
monetizing?
I'm mentally ill.
Okay. Is that monetizing mental health?
Wasn't there someone? There was an influencer that like they were in like something for because their Fanjoy merch or something was about their mental illness. I forget who. It was someone popular, and it was like a pretty girl, I think.
Was it Corinna?
Oh yes, like something about anxiety or
My
something.
anxiety has anxiety or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Or was that Scotty? I don't know. They all did have that for a minute.
Yeah.
Like I think Corinna might have one like with a real big paragraph on it or something. I remember.
I think it was something like that. And then she got a cease and desist from Playboy, I think, or something, right? Didn't she do something with Playboy? I'm pretty sure.
Calvin Klein, the CK.
Oh, Calvin Klein, yes.
That's when you said the vlog thing earlier with Vogue. I thought, yeah, I remember. That's what I'm saying. I think they got in trouble a lot because they would just straight up steal like logos.
Yeah.
From like.
There was some Corinna news.
Really?
Ironically, it's not really news. It's like old, but it got resurfaced.
That's the worst. That when old news gets resurfaced, because you're like, oh, let it be in the past. I don't know if it's good or bad in her favor, but it's like,
it's not terrible. Well, do you know who Stella Barey is? Mm-mm. I don't know her either. I just had to do a little investigation on it. But she is Corinna's friend who I guess, like, remember when she was at, like, Drake's concert last year and was doing stuff with Drake?
Yes.
Stella was the friend that was with Corinna and Drake. Yeah. And then Stella's ex-boyfriend went on TikTok and, like, allegedly confirmed. He states.
he states allegedly
that they had a threesome. Drake, Stella, and Corinna had a threesome.
And who's sharing this information?
Stella Barry's ex-boyfriend. Yeah, which I just discovered this, and I have to say it because like people are gonna like bring it up. But on background, his name is Drew, and his TikTok is Stanley Roscoe. So on background, he is mentally ill. He was in rehab at a homeless center, and that's how Stella met him. She was hired to be his counselor and took him out of the center, but eventually had to quit because she was interested in hooking up with all her patients and wasn't helping any of them.
She was his doctor?
I think she was like volunteering or something, allegedly.
That happens a lot at mental hospitals.
Really?
Not even allegedly, like straight up. Yeah.
Wow. And I guess, yeah, so they had a relationship for a few years, I guess. And now it's over. I guess he's like, talking about how like kind of messed up it was. But that has nothing to do with the threesome story. That's just on background
technology. Did he sell this to someone, or he's just like on TikTok talking a story?
He just posted it on TikTok. Yeah. I think someone commented like, oh, you're the one that was with her when she was with Drake.
And he's like, yes.
Well, he's like, we weren't exclusive when she was hooking up with Drake. But he alleges that after they hooked up, Stella called him and said, like, I just tested positive for gonorrhea. Now I'm scared that I gave it to Corinna and Drake.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow,
allegedly.
Do you think she has his phone number? Like, how do you call Drake up after that? Like, I think I got...
Yeah, how do you tell? I guess maybe Corinna probably does, I would think.
Like, she would call him up?
I'm sure you probably just don't bring it up at all, because I'm sure also... Drake probably hooks up with so many people that like you can have maybe pin on anyone, I guess. But
then would you be like, Drake, you gave this to me because you hook up with so many people? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get in touch with him about that?
Yeah.
Damn. A couple things. I feel like this is why TikTok should be banned, because I'm so over people just airing out their 20-part stories about stuff that, like, you don't need to air it out. Why are you airing this out? You didn't get it from her. You didn't get the gonorrhea. Like, what? This is such a weird story.
I think it's a little different because if all this stuff's true, like, he is like a victim of hers too. I guess everything I've read sounds really messed up.
But if they're not exclusive, she calls him right away.
He didn't have a problem with it.
So what?
He was just saying what happened. Because he even says, like, I have no problem. Like, she could have hooked up with anyone. We weren't exclusive.
So why is he sharing it?
Because someone asked, like, aren't you the one that was seeing her?
I just think, like, okay, again, I've been messy. I obviously share, like, way too much online. Rolling Stone asking me about all these things. Like, this is what's going to happen. 10 years from now, Rolling Stone's going to ask him about the Drake Stella Barey becomes a big star in Euphoria season 3. And then it's like, oh, remember when Drake gave you gonorrhea? It's like, oh, yeah, well, the thing about that is, they have to explain it. So take it from someone who shared way too much. Stop sharing so much damn online, like, especially TikTok. For what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just some things, like, you keep, like, if you weren't victimized, if you didn't feel bad about it, it's kind of like the John and chicken fry thing, with, like, those girls coming out. It's like they said that they were fine. They talked about the STD that they both had and moved on, whatever. So it's like, so why are you sharing it now?
I don't know. I think it all is, like, case by case too. I think with him, because he's just getting out of this thing, and then he's seeing that maybe he was used or taken advantage of or manipulated or whatever, that now is like he feels like he can air this stuff out. Maybe I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate. It's not
his thing to air out. Like, he wasn't in the threesome, and she has gonorrhea, and Corinna has supposedly all this stuff. Everyone has gonorrhea now. I was like, not really your story, bro.
That's true. Yeah.
And secondly, what's up with Drake? I don't know why everyone loves Drake so much. Like, who's, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is he the it boy? Why is he, like, first of all, he's got to be at least 40 now, right? Like, actually.
Maybe, actually.
So, okay, you're like, so these people who, like,
37.
never, 37? Mm-hmm. Never committed. Never. It's like, and he probably says he never wants to commit, which is like, I get, but also like, why are you just like having threesomes with, like, supposedly, allegedly, like, all stuff? It's not like the first time we heard this story with him, and it's like not shaming it or whatever, but at some point, don't you get tired? Like, don't you just get tired of having sex with all these people? You know what I mean?
Flying them out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you always hear about Drake flying people out, and I was just like,
yeah,
that sounds so much. It just sounds so much and so exhausting. And I just don't think he's like, I don't know. Maybe if it was like, I don't know. Who's like an it boy that you think, okay, Jacob Elordi, maybe I could see him being like, well, like flying out girls, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah, he's, you know, I don't know.
It's more of a flex, maybe. I get, maybe because Drake, that's what a lot of the comments were too with Drake. It's like, I don't know if it's a flex, because it kind of does it. It's like so many people that it's like, okay, well, just Drake and
right. It's like, oh, of course, everyone hooks up with Drake, which is like, I get it. It's like a celebrity, so it's cool. I get that.
And I guess I kind of forgot about all of this too. And then looking it up, like the dating rumor started in 2023 because she was in the background of his Snapchat.
Corinna and Drake?
Yeah. And it was Corinna and Stella were in the background of one of Drake's Snapchats. And then she was calling one of her friends on like Twitch or whatever, and Drake's voice was in the background, so that's how it started. And then in September, she was backstage at his concert. It was a picture of Stella, Drake, and Corinna together, and everyone went crazy, like, "Oh, Corinna's booed up with Drake." It was like a whole thing.
That makes sense, and I get like a pretty girl and a famous guy and like all stuff like that. But why do you need two? You know, like why is there two?
True. Yeah. Is it a weird package? Oh, and then
bring your friend.
Because they both stream on Kick, and when Drake was like promoting his live stream, he's like, "Ooh, maybe I'll massage Corinna's feet live on my stream tonight."
Oh, Drake said that?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
So there must have been something there.
It's weird that he's using her for clout. It's like,
oh, I see it more. To me, Corinna has way more clout than Drake.
Really?
For sure. I think she, like, her engagement, her likes, like, just for really being hot, and not to say she doesn't have a good personality. I feel like she has a good, but I was always, like, drawn to her. Like, she has that something. So I think she's, like, way more relevant, popular.
I care more about Corinna than Drake.
For sure.
I'm also just really biased.
I think she makes like $1 million like a week off OnlyFans or something. She's like crazy cloudy. And I think Drake, like I said, is just like, he's like the Zayn and Heath of the rap world, right? He's kind of fallen off. It was like Degrassi was cool. Then you had the cell phone hit, and then it's like, boom. You know what I mean? Still there. He can still sell Kermota Drag and coffee, but he's not the Zach Justice. Who's the Zach Justice of the hip hop world right now?
I don't know. I mean, he's still... Every time Drake releases something, he still does really well. I think he used to be the number one male artist. Now I think The Weeknd is the number one male artist. So,
The Weeknd is the Zach Justice. The Weeknd can sell The Idol, Fortnite, all that stuff. What is Drake selling? You know what I mean? Like nothing.
I guess.
He needs that Corinna clout, and I don't blame him. And that makes sense, but I just don't think you need the two of them. I think that's like a lot.
Yeah.
Messy. Unless they're into that. I mean, maybe, there's polyamory and stuff. Maybe they're into it, so I don't want to shame that, but...
Yeah, I don't know if I'm like I mean, I like the Britney Spears song 1, 2, 3, not only you and me, but
Is that
I don't
about
know
threesome?
in practicality.
1, 2, 3, not.
I think it's just a lot going on. Maybe it's also the ADD. It's like too much to focus on.
Oh my God, so much. It's like, I'm telling you about the podcast and there's like 3 people here. It's a lot happening. I'm like, oh, am I talking to you? You know, Moses is fine because I know he's fine. He could talk, he could not talk, he doesn't care. But it's like, there's a third guest. I'm telling you, I feel sometimes a third wheel out when I go on people's podcasts. I'm like, why am I even here? Impulsive was the worst. I remember they just like talked amongst themselves because there was 4 of us at that point. And I'm just like, I don't even need to be here, really.
That reminds me, wasn't it Impulsive when Corinna went on and she was like, she said that she would beat Tana. She would fight Tana in a boxing match.
I don't remember.
This was 2021, I think.
Wait, really? It sounds familiar. I don't know.
She was like, "Oh, Tana's sloppy. Like if we boxed, like I would beat her at boxing, whatever."
Oh, interesting. I don't know if Tana's a fighter like that. I don't know.
I don't think Tana's a fighter like that either.
I think she like
is a fleer. I think she's like her fight or flight.
Well,
her fight or flight.
We saw the fleeing, which I think you should be a fleer. Anyone who's like, "Let me throw down," I'm like, especially got your veneers. Don't want to. Up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a
Are they
big
done with tour? I think I saw like Brooke crying.
They finished their first leg, I think, and then now it's like the break because Coachella's soon. Coachella's like in a week.
They said they were breaking for. Oh yeah. God, are you going?
Of course not.
Oh,
no.
you're gonna be. Of course. I was like, oh my God.
No,
go interview them in the Coachella.
Yeah. We
all the influencers.
Indio, yeah.
Yes.
We go to the house.
Oh God, sounds awful. No. I love LA at that time because everyone is at Coachella.
No traffic. You can go to the stores or open.
Movies.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll finally see Dune too. Yeah. That's true. We can go to Catch and no influencer will be there.
Oh my God. Did you see... I think you're out of the gay
no, I'm in the
FYP
gays.
on Twitter, but now this
I think I'm on it.
What, did you see the guy who effed the Dune bucket? He
oh my I did see that. Yeah.
Kudos,
and I was like, whoa. Wait, did you send it to me?
No, I did not.
Someone I think sent it to me and I was just like, okay, maybe I just saw it. But I mean, it's bound to happen.
I'm surprised it took so long.
Well, at least it was in his house. It wasn't at the movie theater.
True. Yeah.
Like, I was worried about people doing it in the theater because when I saw the oil, when you put the butter through rather than taking it off, I was like, oh, I see. Yeah, I see how that could be. He did it at home. I wonder if he could get sued by Dune, though.
I don't think so. I mean, he bought it. You can do whatever you want with it.
They made the bucket that way.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I am definitely on gay Twitter. I'm definitely like tapped in there somehow now.
Oh, I love that. I mean, it got a lot of views. I think it got like 180 million views on Twitter.
Do you get paid for that?
If you're verified, you get money from views. I think maybe not porn,
but certain content.
Yeah, adult. Yeah. But I'm sure his OF skyrocketed.
Oh, for sure. Like, wow, let's see what else you can do with the Doom bucket. Did you see the clip? You see the Doom bucket? Moses sees everything on Twitter. You saw JLO Spitting Gum out, but you didn't see the Doom bucket.
I'm not on gay Twitter.
But it wasn't even on gay Twitter. It's on main. Are you so far removed for it? I don't know. I think it just pops up sometimes on my thing.
Mine is all conspiracies and
JLO Spitting Gum out. I don't know why you're not on gay Twitter because you watch RuPaul. Like, I feel like you would be.
Exactly. I watch it with TV on you, but I never I don't follow any of the queens. I don't engage with them.
Moses invented gender neutral bathrooms. Did you know this?
What?
20 years ago, he told me he sketched out gender neutral bathrooms.
Wow.
I was like, is this real? Let's see those sketches.
We had I can find it in one of my computers. We had a class about like graphic design and all kinds of stuff when I studied architecture. And I was very interested in like the idea of like the spectrum, the full spectrum. So I was like, wait, how come there's only male and female bathrooms? If we followed reality, there would actually be like 5 different bathrooms.
Wow.
And I remember drawing and I made the designs. It was like a male, female, and then it slowly morphed into each other. And the one in the middle was like an intersex.
I love that.
But it's like a half man, half woman, and half man, half but it goes
the full spectrum.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I was like, let's see those sketches. That's like, I'm like, wow, you invented gender bath. Because we said this because we were watching RuPaul this week and they were doing the bathrooms and then they were talking about, I think Q was talking, or no, Morphine was talking about the bathrooms. And I was like, oh, that is like true. That's like kind of, like where do you go? Where do you feel comfortable? Like whatever, where can you go bathroom? And then I was like, I designed one where I had like 5 different genders could go in there. And I was like, because I think the Plain Jane then was like, oh, everything should be gender neutral. And I kind of agree with that, but then you kind of like, then you get like the toxic men being pervs. I don't know. Like, I agree. It is a hard thing. So I was like trying to figure it out. And then I was like, I already did it. I figured it out where this is 5 different areas you can go to and whatever and like that. But that's a tough one. I was like really thinking about that because I was like, that is hard. Like, especially when you're in drag and stuff like that, you won't feel comfortable going into the guys. So she said that the security like looked at the ID and was like, you have to like kicked her out because of the ID said male. And I was like, I don't know, that's a tough one. I don't know. What do you think?
I kind of see what you're saying, like before when you were like, I'm more worried about the straight men if you're a girl, like say it's just like all gender neutral, and then it's like this 6 straight men in there like trying to perv on the girls. Like that is something I'd be more concerned about. But also, with like queens or anyone like femme presenting in like a male bathroom, that's like dangerous. A recipe for disaster. Yeah, it's like just so dangerous. Moses' idea is great, like the 5 options or whatever. That's like the way of the future, I think.
I think so.
The reality of it is it comes down to money and budget. So people want to save money, so they make those stalls. It should all be just individual stalls. You just get your own, it has no gender. You just go in. But the reality is if each stall is its own room and then the public area is just where you wash your hands, for example.
I love that.
The sinks are open to everyone. And
it feels safer.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. RuPaul really gets those deep discussions on Drag Race. I was like, wow, this is getting so deep. Because Q is non-binary, so then you're just like, okay, so, it's hard. Q's falling off.
I know. Q is a little scary. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh my God. When they didn't get the win, I was scared. I was like, oh my gosh. They're like, I don't think you were deserving. I was like, oh my gosh, that's wild. And Saphira's like, so then why did I get it?
I don't know. I think Q might have deleted Twitter too because they were like fighting with everyone. Like,
well, good. Then we won't get attacked. I love Q, but the last couple episodes, I was like,
same.
No.
I started loving Q like at the beginning, but as it progressed, I'm a little like, now I love Plain Jane, who I was too mean at the beginning.
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
But now Plain Jane, I think, and Saphira are my 2 favorites.
I've been saying Saphira since like week 3, since the pumpkin. I was like, I think Saphira for sure. She's great. She's great at challenges. She never misses. The toilet challenges were weird this week, though.
I wasn't into
What was the point? They're like drag queens. They're not interior designers.
And none of them were that funny. I'm really believing like the writer strike allegations because it just feels very like I was like half paying attention to this one because I was just so like not into it.
Yeah, I felt the same way. We were kind of behind, and I was kind of like, wasn't in there.
But Saphira and like another like her 3rd win in a row. I feel like it's kind of just like her show at this point. So
Nymphia
you called it. You really did.
Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes luck of the draw. We love it.
There's the second half of the Drake story too. He's giving away. He gave away $25,000 to someone that was sitting like front row at his concert.
By their dad or something.
Yeah. Well, there was one that was a dad. He's done it twice, I think.
Yeah,
the first one was she was 5 months pregnant. And,
oh my God. And he just gave her money?
He had a sign. She had a sign that said, "Can you be my rich baby daddy?" And then he said, "You got to get out of the pit because he's like, it's not safe in there for you." So he took her out of the pit, put her in VIP, and then said, "No offense to your baby daddy, but I'll give you the $25,000." And then another one was like someone whose dad just passed away, and they had a sign too in the front. So I think I have to go pit at a Drake concert.
I want to, especially I'm 7 months. Let's go.
True, yeah,
7 months pregnant. Let's go. Can you give me $100,000?
It sounds like gambling. It sounds like the lottery. Like
what?
Buy a Drake ticket, you might win $25,000.
That is true.
Sales must be low.
Okay, I'm going. Where's Drake? Is he performing in LA soon?
I think he was at the Forum a while ago. Let's see where he's at next.
Can you sing a Drake song? I don't think I can sing one. Like I kind of know that.
All I need is one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand. One more time. I go.
I've never heard that one. Have you heard that one? Because I know if you say it, but what?
I need a one dance. That's the only one I know.
I know.
I need a one dance.
I know which one it is.
Oh, Hotline Bling. That's the one where he's dancing.
The cell phone one.
Yeah.
You used to call me on your cell phone. That's like the only one. That's where I said the height.
I think that's
that
all
was Zane and Heath Vlog Squad height, and that's his height. And then I was like, later, in my
the one with Rihanna. Oh, nah, what's my name? I only know Rihanna's
What's Drake's part? I was like, what's Drake's part of that? I guess Drake's been around. I don't know. I can't really name.
Oh no, he only has 5 dates left there in New York, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey.
Okay, we can go.
I'm gonna have to make it. Yeah,
maybe to New York.
It's an investment.
When's he in New York?
The 28th of March.
I'll be 8 months pregnant then, so
Perfect.
I'm fitting to get in the pit. That's so funny. God, people have a lot of that's a lot to ask someone like at a concert. You hold up signs now. It used to be like, "I love you." Now it's like, "Kiss me," and now it's like, "Give me $75,000." Like that's weird.
Pay my mortgage.
Yeah, I'm like, it's nice.
Me
but
got canceled. Can I have a car?
Yeah, I'll take a Bronco. gotta go to one of their shows.
I know, the second leg, we really have to.
Are they starting in May again?
I think. Let's see.
I really did want to go to a show, like, me being ambitious. I was like, I really do want to go to a show and, like, surprise them or something. But then I'm like, I got so much work to leave the house.
It is. Well, now, I think the second leg is closer anyway, right? Isn't it more West Coasty?
Oh, yeah. Leg? They were at, like, Buc-ee's. I'm like, that must be the South or something. Like, no, thank you. No, thank you to that.
Let's see. Oh, they start again in April 26th. They're in Columbia. Shoot, what is MO?
Columbia?
Missouri? What's MO? What's
Missouri.
MO? Montana?
Is it on the west, it looks like with other cities? What are the other ones after?
And then it goes to Wisconsin and then Michigan.
Oh, I think MS is Missouri. Or is that Mississippi? Maybe it's Missouri. I think MO is Missouri.
Missouri.
And then it goes to Michigan?
Wisconsin and then Michigan.
I'm from that area. It's all awful. Don't do it. Midwest everything is just a big ick. No, thank you.
Well, I'll tease the Patreon, but there is another canceled tour story that I'll share on the Patreon. Again, a little scary one. They really...
Oh, what is it? Tease it.
It involves a possible stalker.
Oh, right. Did they talk about this with Jeff Wittick?
I don't know because it's new. I think Jeff was pre-filmed.
Oh, okay.
Because this just happened over the weekend.
Scary.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, yeah, it's never good to say where you're going to be, but you kind of have to when you're on tour.
Yeah, this is kind of how it goes.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. I don't know about that, so I'm dying to know.
We'll talk about that on Patreon.
Patreon's so many.
Oh, but I forgot to circle back to the Bella Hadid thing. How did?
Oh wow, we really went.
Oh, the cut is your fault. The cut, David Alvarez.
Oh my God, that is a big circle around. Yeah, we really do go on tangents because I'm like, wait, okay, got it. No, David Alvarez, shout out. I mean, no, he can have the shout out, but he doesn't work at the cut. Just to clarify.
Yeah. But yeah, Bella Hadid's morning routine. It's estimated to be about like $750 because of everything that she takes in the morning. She mixes 3 different like liquids with a gut support, and the gut support itself retails for $52. Then she swallows about 14 pills. And she washes that down with the green juice. And then she mixes planted seeds, gold sea moss gel. In the video, it looks sick because it's just like big, thick, clunky. Yeah, like
gooey.
Thick, gooey. She which I guess gives immune support and regulates blood sugar. And then she drinks water followed by fulvic detox liquid. And that retails for $42.
Wait, she's selling this stuff?
No, that's just what she takes. But she is starting her own wellness brand.
No, what do we need another Lemmy and Goop? What's hers called?
She tagged it Orabella.
Cute name.
It is a cute name, yeah. And oh my gosh, and then she also has a can of Kineuphorics. She has a croissant for breakfast, and
What's
another
a
nutrition Allegheny Nutrition's liquid ionic trace minerals, and then she mixes essential oils that she wears as perfume. And then she picks out some crystals and gemstone bracelets, very Joey Graceffa vibes.
Oh my gosh!
And burns some sage and journals. That's all her morning routine.
And is this a TikTok, like a video format?
TikTok, yeah. And it went like super viral because some people were like, work, like she looks great, like maybe that's what I need to do. And other people were like, well, her mom is a little like wild, like Yolanda, so I don't know if this is what you should be.
It's probably not realistic either. Like I just do that every morning.
So much, yeah. I can't even remember to take like my Adderall, my like finasteride, and then
what's finasteride? Is that the weight loss one?
No,
someone told me fen is like a weight loss thing.
That's fentanyl, I think.
Not fentanyl. Oh. Someone just told me about fen literally this morning. And it's like, it's been around and it's for weight loss.
I have no idea. Okay. Finasteride is just to keep your hair growing, to like not go bald.
Oh, does it work?
Well, I'm not bald yet, so I guess.
Interesting. You should try Nutrafol. I always want to try that.
Oh, and I did start Nutrafol.
I want to try it.
I forget. You have to take 4 of them with a meal, so sometimes.
Oh my God. Because like after giving birth to you lose hair, and I'm just like, I need to find some.
I just started that.
Interesting. I always see it. I wonder if it works.
It says it takes a few months, so I don't even know. It's kind of like the Tati, like the hair gummies, you know? Like
Is that still around?
I don't know if it's still around.
Sugar Bear hair?
I did that for like a month and I didn't really, but you have to do it so consistently.
You did Tati's?
Yeah, I was a Tati stan.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did all the Tati everything.
Did you see someone asked her if she talked to James Charles and she's like,
someone
not
asked
since,
that?
yeah, you haven't seen the live?
No.
And she's like, not since my video in 20, whatever. I was just like, oh, okay.
Work,
yeah,
Tati.
she like, yeah, Tati's everything you love for
She
her.
is fierce.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I don't think this girl is, first of all, I like Bella. I would much rather buy wellness from her than like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Oh yeah.
I would buy Lemmy. If I see it in Target, I would give me a Lemmy. Little, it's everywhere. I was like, I get that. It's really is the Travis Barker effect, though. I was like, she's kind of cool. She's with him.
I feel like is Lemmy expensive though? I feel like
for sure it has to be.
It
I
has
feel
to be
like
from her.
Goop was in this fancy hotel we always go to in Montecito. It's like they have its like own store and it's like literally like $100. It's like so expensive. Whatever it is, I don't know, like candles, whatever they sell. But
yeah, and Lemmy's Kourtney Kardashian for like people who don't.
Oh, what did I say?
You just said Lemmy. just
Lemmy. Stays on its own. Doesn't need the name. Just Lemmy is the brand. If you know, you know. Purple bottle.
Yeah, Bella is so just beautiful that like if anyone can really sell it, it's her. I love her too. She just has like a good vibes. Her, I don't know.
I like her too. I think she does have good vibes. I think she's really pretty.
I don't know if she needs all that. Like the stark contrast of me, Adderall, Celsius.
Oh yeah, your morning routine. I want to know yours. So it's Adderall, Celsius,
finasteride,
Nutrafol now,
and then
how many pills do you take a day? No judgment. I'm just asking.
The Nutrafol is 4, Adderall is 1, and then 1 at lunchtime.
Oh my gosh.
And then finasteride is 1.
Do you have a little pill box?
I did have a pill box. So I was like, oh, this will make me excited to take them. Yeah. But then I'm too lazy at the end, like on a beginning of the week to like put them all in the box.
Oh, so what do you do? How do you carry them in a bag or what?
I just they're all just in my kitchen and I just take them out one by one. Yeah.
They're very I know because I never take pills normally, but like I'm in prenatal iron and Nexium right now. This is a lot to carry around. I'm like, that's a lot, but maybe I should take more vitamins. You take a lot of vitamins. You do a Celsius in the morning. I heard it has like 4 times the amount of like Red Bull caffeine or something.
Oh, probably.
Or coffees, maybe.
I'm sure Bella Hadid wouldn't encourage.
Switch morning routines with her. See how it goes. Maybe she would like it. Who knows?
If I had $736, maybe. That's so expensive for just like a...
Is she rich like that? I don't know. I don't know anything
Bella
about her.
Hadid?
Oh, yeah.
Of
What does she do?
course.
I don't know.
She's... supermodel. Like,
is she?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know. What's she model for?
Everyone. She does like literally every like beauty, high fashion.
Do you think they get paid a lot? You know, they say like the Laker girls get like $50 a game. You know, I was thinking like models get paid nothing.
No, I mean when you're that kind of
Just
model,
high
like
profile.
Kendall Jenner, I think was the highest paid model recently. Maybe like 2023. I think she was the highest paid.
I get why people are outraged because models, I think in general, don't get paid a lot, and then you get Kendall Jenner, who is like Nepo Baby, who's like
vibes,
who's like pretty, but like is she like
Not
the
as
supermodel of the
fierce.
world? Yeah, like no, maybe Bella Hadid, I guess could see, you know, because to me, I only know her as being a model. I just didn't know she was like I didn't know models were like wealthy like that, but
yeah, I think
she Nepo Baby though or no?
Kind of because of Yolanda, I guess.
But that was like Real Housewives only, right? Yolanda.
Yeah, and her dad is also really rich too. I don't know. I forget what he does, but I know he's rich because I remember seeing on the Real Housewives they had this huge like palace almost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So they get
So kind of Nepo Baby vibes. I think Kardashian is more Nepo Baby for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like Kendall's pretty, but I think like Bella's like stunning. So it makes sense.
Bella's beautiful.
Yeah,
Gigi too. Both. But
Gigi. I know, you could do so much better than Bradley Cooper, Gigi.
I know.
Really so much better. Honestly, I think Drake is better than Bradley Cooper.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Bradley Cooper did Abbott Elementary. He did like a
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did like a guest
cute.
role in it, and he was like making fun of himself in it.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, his like Oscar campaign was weird. Like he was saying a lot of crazy things, you
Yeah.
know? But he was making fun of everything that he's done or whatever, and like how he's not famous. They all like didn't know where he was from, and he was making fun of all his roles.
He played himself?
Yeah. And it was like so cute that it kind of won me over a little bit.
But that's what I'm saying. He's kind of the Zayn and Heath too. It's like people kind of don't know him anymore.
I love that everyone is Zayn and Heath.
Well, in comparison, right? He was kind of big, like Hangover, boom. That's the Vlog Squad days. And then now it's like,
My Astro, yeah.
Yeah, like, okay. You're still doing stuff, but like, do people know Bradley Cooper movies?
That's what they were saying. Like in the skit, they were like, "Weren't you in Oppenheimer?" He's like, "No, I wasn't." He's like, "Well, everyone was in Oppenheimer."
He does look like someone who'd be in Oppenheimer.
Yeah, everyone.
Not Josh Peck.
We'll get there, but yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I was going to reach out to him, and I was like, nah, maybe not. Maybe we don't reach out to him. Josh Peck, oh gosh.
We'll save it for last.
Yeah.
But
I guess we can talk about it on Patreon, I guess. I don't know.
we could talk about the Josh Peck effect. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the end. Yeah.
Josh
We'll
Peck.
navigate it carefully. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'm here for it.
I am so excited to get your take on this one. I am so excited.
Oh my God.
You know
Beetlejuice 2.
You know your friend XQC?
QVC.
Charlie? Who is this one? XQC.
No, you said Charlie?
Charlie XQC? Wait, why do I know this name?
You know XQC.
What they do?
The streamer.
Okay.
You know?
Is this one of the ones that got accused of something?
No.
Oh, okay. Then no, I don't know him.
Oh my God.
It's not Dream. We know Dream. We know Pokey. We know Hassan. What other streamers? Corinna. XQC is how related to these people?
I think he's the most popular person on Twitch. Like, Pokey's the most popular girl, I think.
Is
but
she
I think
really?
he's the most popular.
We have her booked. She's coming.
I know XQC's always shading her though. We'll have to talk to her about that because
Misogyny, sexism,
tea, for real,
all of it.
But XQC got roasted because he revealed on his live stream that instead of doing laundry, he just would only buy new clothes. Like, he would never wash his clothes because he didn't know like how to do laundry. So everything he bought was just like a new shirt, and he would only like wear it once because.
And why are people mad?
Because instead
the carbon footprint.
I mean, it's like kind of wasteful. Like, I mean, he said he would donate the clothes after, but never rewear a single outfit. Like, you would just buy clothes and then never wash them because you didn't know how to do laundry.
Well, I feel like one, this is kind of common. Two,
is it kind of common?
Kind of, right? Like, people don't like to rewear clothes, right? That's the Fashion Nova, the Shein, you know, like, you just wear it once and then boom. Like, also, like, in a way, I would argue that it's good for your carbon footprint because you're recycling clothes to other people. So people aren't buying new clothes. They're going to get the secondhand if he's donating them, if he's Poshmark, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're recycling these clothes. And the people who do love to rewear their clothes more than once, they get their wear out of it.
I guess when you put it that way.
I only have an issue with this because sometimes someone came for me I used to do this with my underwear. I used to just buy new underwear. I never like wash my underwear because I thought that's so gross. Is like when I wear like thongs and stuff. I was like, I'm always gonna buy new underwear. And like, that's bad for your like carbon footprint. And I was like, okay, but it's like, I guess I wasn't recycling it. So I guess that makes sense. If he's recycling it, I don't know. And it goes back not to be this like the dumb or whatever, but it's just like, again, like, what does that even mean, the carbon footprint in the grand scheme of things? How long are we seeing this effect? Like, what's it really doing? People are taking private jets, right? Like, you know, Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm all for the environment. Meanwhile, private jet, have you ever seen him on a commercial flight? Like, no, absolutely not. So I don't know. This whole carbon footprint thing seems like something that they're doing to distract us. And when I say they, I mean the government. I feel like they're trying to distract us and like fight over carbon footprints, but like, who made this a big thing with the XQC? Like, they're like, oh my God, let's cancel him.
Well, no one's canceling him. They just thought they were roasting him. It wasn't a cancellation.
Who was? Who's rolling?
His viewers. He was roasted because he was bulk purchasing 100 new t-shirts to wear instead of washing his own. He said, I did the math, and because of the price of the shirts and how much time I had to do laundry, I thought it was less expensive mathematically to wear a different shirt every day and not do laundry. He said his shirts were really cheap to buy. But then he found out you can just hire someone to do the laundry. But he didn't know at the time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's his dumb done there because it's like, yeah, you can have someone literally
It's just a rich kid problems, you know.
Yeah, there's heistkeepers.com, there's Fluff and Fold.
Many people mocked how easy it is to actually do your laundry. You just make a huge ball of shirts, throw it in, and the washing machine does the rest.
Well, we've seen those shirts out in public.
If you're super busy, it's not easy to do laundry. Like, if you're super busy, like, it's not.
I'd never done laundry since I was like 18, and I was not even rich back then. I would always have someone do Fluff and Fold. I'd buy new clothes. I'd give it away, throw it away. Like, never. I hate doing laundry. Like, I hate it. Like, it actually makes me depressed. And since I stopped doing laundry, I haven't been on any antidepressants or anything, so.
Okay, there you go.
You know, maybe think about someone's mental health before you judge them, everybody, okay? He has issues. I did do laundry on Saturday night. My daughter was sick in our bed. There was chicken all over our bed, and I was just like, okay, let me wash this. I was like, it was, you know what? And I don't mind doing it for my daughter, but anyone else, absolutely not, including myself. Washing sheets is crazy. We waited for him too because we couldn't even find our clean sheets. So we're like, where are the clean sheets? I don't know because we have help with laundry.
It was late. It was just late to start looking around.
Late, but then we waited 2 hours to wash and dry the sheets. I was like, well, we could have probably just put clean sheets on and then whatever. But I guess we were just like, I felt proud of us that we did do the laundry. I stripped the bed. You did have to help me with the fitted sheet. I cannot do a fitted sheet to save my life.
Really?
Can you do it?
Yeah.
They're so hard.
It
I really
takes
tried.
a second sometimes, but what I can't do is the duvet, like putting a duvet.
Oh, stuffing it in there?
On. Yeah. And I see all like the TikTok hacks and stuff. None of them work for me. And they all are just like too much work. I'd rather just not put it on.
So you don't have a duvet cover?
I do, but my boyfriend puts it on. He's
nice.
good at it. Yeah, he's small, so he can really climb in there.
That's what it is. I'm gonna bend over. I was like, no. I was trying to be helpful because I'm not the most helpful these days, but I was trying to be helpful to do it. And I was like, actually, can you go do that?
When he does, I literally just like leave. It's like I hate doing it. It just annoys me to do it.
So
Kind of like it makes me a little depressed. I just leave the room.
Okay, so XQC is feeling like this with his laundry. How you feel about fitted sheets is how he feels about doing his shirts. So.
There you go.
The gaming community really just tries to cancel. They try to eat their own for real. Like they're always at each other for the cookies.
Well, I think anytime, because they're all so rich. Like his deal, his like streaming deal was $100 million. I think allegedly. No, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed.
Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure it's confirmed. But
I don't think that's a bad rumor to put out there.
True. Yeah, you're worth $100 million.
Yeah.
So I think because they're so rich, kind of like Hassan when he was kind of complaining about like streaming and stuff. Anytime it's like something so mundane and they complain about, it's like. Okay, be serious. You know?
Yeah, when you're rich, just don't complain. Just stop it. Like, it's just like, don't talk about your problems because money solves that. You know what I mean? Once I win, though, if I win the 1.1 billion, I'm going to be richer than all those streamers. I'm going to be richer than XQC and Hassan combined. And Jeff Bezos. And who was the other one we said was rich the other day?
Who?
I mean, Elon Musk or...
Joe Rogan and Caller Daddy. Be richer than all of them.
Although, I don't know, Joe Rogan, they released his numbers for his podcast.
What is his?
Take a guess.
Oh, God, I don't even know our numbers. Like, I don't even know what's good numbers.
What numbers are you looking for?
For like Spotify.
Like how many people listen?
Downloads?
Yeah. Listeners.
Per what, month or a year?
I think it was per
episode.
Oh, for a month.
Let me see. I could be making that up. I just know the number.
I'm so bad. Like, it's like the game where they have candy in a jar and like, guess how much is in here? I never was able to do that. I was like, I don't know, 50. And it'd be like 7,000. I was like, what the hell? Like, I'm bad at these things. Is it year? So it's month. You're saying monthly streams? So.
I'm going to double check though. Oh, no. TED Talks is the one with 5 million.
Who's TED Talks? What is that? Is that your friend?
Tednificent.
What is TED Talks?
You never heard of a TED Talk?
Oh, like those old things with like the red letters?
Yeah, yes. The original.
They're still around?
I guess, because they're number 2.
That's so weird.
Listening to a TED Talk.
Yeah, that's weird.
God, TED Talks were so stupid though. Like when you listen back to some of those, you're just like, oh my God. There was a TED, not to whatever, but no, actually, it's a sensitive issue. But there was a TED Talk of the mom of like one of the kids who like, did the Columbine thing. And I was just like pew-pewed it. And I was like, this is kind of a weird like TED Talker because it's like your son did this awful thing and she's not really like defending him, but trying to also like show like, I don't know, like putting him on a spotlight. You know what I mean? Like you're kind of giving, it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but you're like, when you just give someone like the fame or the notoriety, then other people do it because they also want that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Philip DeFranco always says, like, I'm not going to name the person who did it because then that gives them like the fame and the notoriety. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. But TED Talks, I just felt like, I think Erica Jane did one. I think like everyone was doing a TED Talk and I was like, well, damn, I could do a TED Talk.
I think you really could slay a TED Talk.
I think so.
I mean, this is kind of TED Talky here.
Totally would.
Yeah.
Well, you have your own brand, Trish Talks, but...
That's a different series. That was a Darmon ripoff.
But they would. The problem with them is that they own all that. They really use the people that go on there.
And why do the people go on there? Like, why do you think the mother of that kid wanted to go on there?
To see herself on the screen, fame, and
yeah, because that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not her fault, but it's also like that was your kid that did it. You created like this little monster, and like you really want to be out there being like.
Yep.
It's kind of like when you said when you were on Canceled and you said like, do you think Jeffrey Dahmer's parents knew when they had him?
Right, they have to. I mean, you have to kind of. Well, but then you hear like the Ruby Franks of it who think their kids are like demonic and they're not. You know what I mean? So it's like maybe you don't see it. Like even I think it was like John Wayne Gacy's like daughter or something like that was like, I didn't know. My dad seemed completely normal, and it's like so maybe you don't. But then once they do that stuff, like how can you really kind of go and like talk about it? Like no one really wants to hear from you because you caused like your son caused the death of all these people. You know what I mean? I don't know. Again, not her fault. She doesn't need to like hurt herself, but it's just like weird. I don't know. Kind of like who's that guy? Who's the guy with the girl? The girl he like she was disappeared, but Gabby and Brian or something. Do you remember?
Oh, Gabby. Yeah.
Petito. And like the parents like hiding him and stuff like that. It was just kind of like. I mean, they didn't go out and like do a tour, but it's just like kind of weird. It's kind of.
They had to settle in court with Gabby's parents.
Yeah, that's all so sad. All that true crime stuff makes me so sad.
And those cases happen a lot. There was another one where like the mom, like washed this like teenage boy's like jeans that had like blood on him because he like unalived like a cheerleader like this like 16-year-old girl. And
so she had to like cover it.
And there was like ring footage from inside her house of her like scrubbing the jeans. And
did she get in trouble? Did she get
she got arrested.
That's an awful one. That has to be like the worst when your kid just like messes up like that. It's just like it is hard. It is hard, but yeah, like you kind of just have to like let them have the repercussions.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you took someone's life.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh God, I wonder what makes people like that too, because they always seem like they come from like normal families, and it's like, is it all mental illness? Is it
probably a combination of a lot of things?
Something
nature versus nurture and all of that, which I guess is a good
segue.
A little activity.
Oh, we have a game.
We do. Okay.
Yes.
Well, okay. So you know the show "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader"? Have you heard of it?
Absolutely, yes. I love this show.
It's coming back. Did you hear about this already?
What's it called?
Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? It's just coming back.
Well, I know something about this show, but I didn't know if it was announced yet. Okay.
Oh.
But that's not it. That's not the tea. But I have the tea on something else that's like a
similar
spin-off.
Oh, well, it's coming back and Travis Kelce's going to host it.
Oh my God. What?
Is that, that's not related to what you heard?
No.
Oh, okay.
But maybe okay, right. Okay. I know the creators of the show, and I've done pitch meetings for them. I wonder if it has something to do with...
Oh.
Because we pitch different formats. I don't know if I can say it. I guess I can say it. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I was just like a little contestant, huh?
Right, but maybe you can't reveal.
Okay, I won't reveal what the other thing was, but we did different formats of it, and so maybe this was a result of it. Anyways.
Oh my God, what if you're on with Travis Kelce? That would be everything.
Wait, but this show is like just regular people against fifth graders, right?
They haven't said any. They just announced that it's in the works with Travis Kelce hosting
I probably can't go on the show because I like know the creators of those shows, so I feel like I can't.
They could have a celebrity edition of it, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that would be great. Yeah. I know this guy who created all these big shows for like literally like since I was 18. I used to go like pitch all these shows like just as a contestant and stuff like that. Before I ever did like social media, and I just did one like literally like a year ago, like not even a year ago, a few months ago. For something similar, but anyways. Wow. But I don't think I can ever be on these game shows because I know them, and I feel like if you know them, unless you said like a celebrity or something, but I think even then, I don't know. I feel like if you know the people, like you're not really supposed to be on it.
I think if like, then are they going to ban Taylor Swift for being on because she knows Travis Kelce? You know what I mean? I feel like they would take like if it's a celebrity edition, they would take celebrities,
right?
Because you all have to know them. You know?
Yeah, he most likely knows most celebrities.
Yeah,
got it. Oh yeah, that would be everything. Okay, so when's it coming back?
It's just in the works right now. It's in development, and Travis
developing
Kelce
it?
is tied to it.
Okay, I don't know. I thought you knew all the details.
No, that's what.
Okay.
I just wanted an excuse to quiz you.
We're playing the game. Wait, you have it? What is this?
I remember this when I was a kid. Brain Quest.
I love these.
This one is 4th grade, so it's a little bit easier than 5th grader. But
I could have done a 5th grade one. We could have had it.
Well, this was the only one that was on Prime 2-day shipping. So.
How are we gonna play? Wait, don't you have to play against me?
The answers are on a different card, so I'll read the answers at the end.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So we'll consider this your audition for Celebrity Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Okay, perfect. I'm ready for it.
And I feel like this can really...
I played this game a lot, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, not
like,
Brain Quest, but Are You Smarter? I've definitely played before for...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of have a leg up.
I kind of do. Man, I wish I could tell you the question. I think I did talk about the questions one time, and I failed so miserably. The social media thing.
Yeah, you did talk about it.
And I failed miserably. I like social media star knows the answers, and I was like, definitely didn't. I was so proud, and then I still wasn't. Okay.
Let me pick a good category. We'll see. I'm nervous because I feel like I don't know any of these either.
Are we just spitting out the answer? Or are we buzzing in?
We can just spit out the answer. I don't know if it's not official. But...
Where's the shade button? I always see it in the glam room, and I'm like, I want to use that.
I should have brought it out for this. Okay. I'm just going to pull really random ones so no one has an advantage.
There's no category?
There is. Each card has different categories. Do you want to pick a category?
Okay.
There's science, English, math, miscellaneous, history, geography, science, or technology.
You pick. It's hard.
There's no pop culture.
I know. What? So hard.
Maybe miscellaneous will be.
A USB. This is technology. A USB drive requires power from a computer to work. True or false?
No idea.
You don't know?
What is what is it?
A USB?
No idea what that is.
Bees that are made in the US.
Babe.
No.
Do you know what it is?
I would say yes.
You don't know what a USB is? Take a guess as to what USB stands for.
Well, if you tell me what it is, maybe I could guess. United States Bridge.
You've never seen a USB drive?
No.
The little thing that you plug into the computer.
So yeah, you need power.
Yes, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Never saw it. Is that a USB, the Apple thing? I see something plugged into the power. Do you see your outlet?
No, I mean that's a power thing.
Oh my gosh. You knew it?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. Do a history or something. Okay, technology, absolutely not.
Was the light bulb perfected by Benjamin Franklin or Thomas Edison?
God. Is it Edison or Franklin? Because Franklin has a kite with a key, and Edison, the electric company.
Wait.
So which
Franklin?
one is it?
So which one?
Franklin had the kite and the key. That's how he did he like invented electricity. But then there's the Edison company that has electricity.
Oh, period. You know more than me.
What is it? Do you know? Wait, did you look? Don't look.
I didn't look yet.
Okay, what do you think?
What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's kind of 50-50 because I feel like my reasoning is pretty logical. But I'll say Edison just because like you think of
yes.
the
Edison gives me light bulb vibes.
Okay, do you know?
I would say Edison, but there's also somebody Bell. So
But that's
not an option. There's literally
So I'd say
Franklin or
Edison then.
Okay. There's no answer.
What's the answer? Oh no, there it is. Thomas Edison. Yep, we got it right.
Okay, but
period.
I know Benjamin Franklin like invented it. Like literally, he was like a key and a kite. It's from Hamilton. It's like Ben Franklin with a key and a kite. You see it, right?
No wonder you wanted a history.
That's just like wait. I know everything from Hamilton.
Oh, this is here. A science one that's related to babies. How many teeth can you usually see in a newborn baby's mouth?
0.
Oh, you're right.
That's such a weird question.
That's so funny though, because our doctor, when we'd go to the ultrasound on our first baby, he's like, "Wow, and her teeth look amazing." I'm like, "Do they?" He's like, "They don't have teeth." I was like, "Oh my god, okay." I was excited. I was like, "They look good." I knew that one. That was so funny.
Which country is closest to the point where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet? Oh, I have no idea.
God. Geography, absolutely not.
Atlantic is Florida.
But are they giving options or?
No.
Wait, what is it? The
graders.
country?
Which country is closest to the point where the Atlantic and Indian Oceans meet?
India. It makes sense.
Maybe you're right. South Africa.
You didn't know that one?
I was gonna say, but they said country, not like continent. I was gonna say that.
Isn't South Africa a country? Or no? Or is
I think so.
I was thinking of Africa, but I guess
South Africa might be its own
Africa is
country.
that
Oh my
one
God, we're
little-
all failing this. Fourth
this
grade.
is not looking good.
How about miscellaneous?
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
give us
see.
something that's not educational.
Let's see. What is the name for the group of meat-eating birds? Hamburgeroids or raptors?
What was the first one? Hamburger roids. That's definitely not it.
God,
That's miscellaneous?
I mean, this is for 4-year-olds.
Oh my God. Fourth graders. Raptors.
Oh, here's a good.
Okay.
To tighten a jar, do you turn the top clockwise or
Wait,
counterclockwise?
what did you just say? You sounded like you were speaking
To tighten
gibberish.
a jar, do you turn the top clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counter.
Clockwise.
Moses is right.
Really?
I would have had no idea.
I usually open the jars.
Yeah, that's true. That's hard. Oh my gosh.
Let's see. Name the 3 basic kinds of particles found in an atom.
Oh God. Didn't we try this once before? We
Did
talked
we?
about like neurons, neutrons, protons.
Well, you named half of them. Electrons.
Yeah.
protons,
Electrons, protons, neutrons. Did
You're
we just-
right.
I feel like we talked about this on a Just Trish
wow.
episode, and we're like, what
Did
is
we?
do? Yeah. I remember doing those little charts with like a circle, and it's like neuron, proton. I don't know. There's like the whole thing.
What emergency relief organization did the Civil War nurse Clara Barton
Oh my
found?
God.
Red Cross?
Must be because it's that old.
Oh, I'm right.
Is it Red
Period.
Cross?
Yes.
Period. Wasn't Q's outfit based on Red Cross? Or something like that, like the red ribbon.
No relation to the Red Cross.
Okay. I liked it though. I thought it was cool.
Oh, let's see. Does your body get more energy from proteins or carbohydrates?
I feel like this is a myth question. Because half the world will tell you proteins. Oh my God, you need protein, keto, high fats. Then everyone's like, no, you got to carb up. If you're going to run a
carbs-
marathon, do spaghetti and this and
Carbs
bread.
for
Yeah.
energy, protein to build the muscles.
You're right. Carbs for energy.
That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
I eat a lot of pasta and everyone's like, oh, pasta's so bad for you.
Maybe that's why you have so much energy.
I have no
but
energy.
You've been sleepy lately.
I've been so sleepy. Maybe I need to make more
Babies.
pasta, more lasagna.
Okay, let's do
I
one
wish
more
lasagna was easy
hard
to make.
one.
I could eat lasagna every single day. I wish it's like
Well,
literally
maybe
4
we can make a
hours.
simple version of it.
How? Really? I don't think you can. It won't taste the same.
Oh my God. If you are visiting the ancient temple Angkor Wat in Cambodia, what continent are you on?
Asia.
I think you're right. I think Asia, right?
Cambodian.
Asia. Cambodia.
Yes,
See?
I know Cambodia.
Oh, you're kind of good at this, though.
Thanks. I kind of crush it.
Yeah. You
Actually,
got like
most,
half right.
most games she does win.
I mean, usually I'm really good at trivia. This is like really hard, actually. Usually I'm pretty good, though. I crush these games for a reason. Like I go do these presentations for these companies and I'm always like crushing it because I'm smart, but this one's hard.
What are the 3 of the Great 5 Lakes?
Erie.
Oh, that's good.
Right, do you know?
I only know one. I know Superior.
Okay, Lake Superior, Lake Erie, wait, hold on. Doesn't it spell out something?
Does it?
Lake Erie, Superior. Do you know, babe? Do you know the lakes? Lakes Erie, Lake Superior. Gosh, I really did know. Because they're all in the Midwest, I think, where I'm from.
Yes.
Do they spell out something like the first letter of each thing? Does it spell out anything to you?
Homo? No, Holmes.
Holmes. That's, yeah. Okay, so Huron, Lake Huron.
Yeah, okay, period.
Lake Ontario.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Lake Erie and Lake Superior.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
did I get
kinda
that one right? Because
slayed.
you said in my, yeah, in Michigan.
No, you got them all.
Okay. See, I knew there was acronyms. It's kind of like Vianschnupp or something. It's all it's like the planets. It's like the ones closest. So you would learn. My mother said to eat very hot soup or something. So you would know. You would like Mars, Mercury, Venus. Like, I don't know. Anyways, it was a whole thing. Acronyms used to help me so much. They don't know.
PEMDAS. I remember PEMDAS. I remember.
What was PEMDAS again? For math, right?
Shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
What?
Wait, PEMDAS. Period.
I know. It sounds so familiar. PEMDAS does sound familiar.
It's something about like the order of which you do math, or something like that. Period.
I know
Equal sign?
exactly.
Period.
I don't know.
I don't know
It's,
either.
multiply probably.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Addition.
Division, addition, subtraction.
So it's P.
I don't know what the P or the E are. Percent? No.
What is that? That's so hard. Plus, minus. I don't know. That's addition. I don't know. Who knows the most numbers in pi?
3.14.
What everyone knows. The date, March 14th. Okay, Pi Day. Is that all you know?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I've never tried to go further than that.
3.14568972559888732.
Holy crap.
Check it. Clock it.
How do you know that?
Because I always remembered it.
Because she had a credit card. That was the numbers.
I remember
Everyone
credit
used
cards
that.
so well. Like I can do a credit card once. This
Okay,
is fun. Where did you get this? Barnes & Noble? Or
I
did
just
you
got
have
it on
it?
Amazon.
Just for fun? You're like, let's just play this Brain Quest game?
Yeah, well, at first, because I was thinking about it a couple of days ago, because I was like, there's not really that many hot topics. And I was like, okay, well, I can make Trisha play this game.
Oh my God, that's so fun. I felt that way too because it was just all this quiet on all this like depressing stuff. Kate Middleton, by the way, her apology.
Kate Middleton.
I still think is it bad to say? I still think it's a conspiracy. Did you see that video of her like 7 years ago in the same sweater with Prince William and Harry? And it was like for gym class or something like that, like Be Physical. They saying it's AI.
I don't know. It seems, I don't know. I guess, I think the thing, I'm kind of just believing it, but I think the annoying thing is that with everything that's going on, like, you know, Blake Lively and Kim Kardashian were like getting kind of canceled because they joked about it on Instagram, like in their captions before it was announced that she has cancer. And everyone was kind of going off on them, like, "Wow, now you must feel like crap or whatever."
And they apologized.
Yeah, and everyone's coming for anyone who everyone on Twitter or TikTok who like had conspiracy theories about it. Everyone's trying to like guilt them, like, "Wow, now do you feel good about yourselves? Like she has cancer." But it's
no, it is sad.
It's not like people's fault for having conspiracy theories when the like PR was being wild.
Yeah.
It's the PR's fault. It's the palace's fault.
No, for sure. You can just hop on real quick and be like, hey, guys, like going through something personal, like respect it.
Yeah, because it's been so long, like the fake photos and stuff. It's
the fake photos was weird. The like lookalike, the Kate lookalike was like odd. Like, why are they doing these deep why was he not on video with her? Like, and not to say it's a conspiracy. Look, I mean, she has cancer and she probably like does. Obviously, that's a weird thing to like lie about unless you're trying to cover something up because it's not even on her. It's more on like the royal family. But it is weird. Like, why is he not in there like with her? I don't know. The whole thing is just like you said, it's sus because they made it sus, right?
Yeah,
it's like took so long. Then they do this video of her wearing this like old sweater. It's like, why you're the princess of Wales, like you're not wearing a new outfit for this like announcement? Like,
yeah, he's not there with you.
It's not there with you.
It was very weird. At this point, I'm kind of like, okay, we'll take it, I guess. But yeah, like it's also the royal family is known for being like a little odd, you know, like a little shady, you know, like throughout history, you know, like. So
like Charles, did you know Charles could not get married to Camilla unless Princess Diana was like gone?
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it just all seems like a little it does seem like coincidental, the whole thing. You know, like the paparazzi like causing like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like that's not to say like not to be the conspiracist, but it does seem some type of way like they did not want her.
Yeah, there's so many
the
weird
queen.
things. So it's like you can't really blame the public for thinking that when it's like you're the ones that like made this all so odd, you know?
Yeah, she'd always do appearances and stuff like that. So it's like, if she's sick, yeah, she's sick, you know. And I believe it, but they made it weird and stuff like that.
And because when Charles, King Charles,
the king, yeah.
I always forget the name. Charles, when he had his first surgery and then they found the cancer, they just announced it right away. So if it was the same thing for Kate, then why not just say that? Like I get that cancer. She's figuring out with the kids and stuff, but still, it's like, it's
like
just
have
so
it out
weird.
there.
Yeah, it's all very, very how they handle it is just so weird. I mean, what was better, like having like faking photos and having people think she's like gone?
Yeah, no, that is weird. Like, why are you faking photos? That's so odd. Just don't put anything out then.
That's
like it's so
more
weird.
Traumatic, I think. Than
they're not doing that with King Charles. You know, they're not putting out fake photos of him.
It's so bizarre.
This is why people don't like the royal family.
There's actual doctors saying that, you know, usually that's not how it happens, you know, because she went to a planned surgery. It's not like on the way there they would find out or would know, like the idea that, surprise, you know, like, so even doctors are refuting the process.
Well, they could have found out. Like my mom did find out she had breast cancer when she was getting her implants done. Like they just found like a lump when she was getting it. So like technically, I guess they could have found that out, like a little like lump or something. But yeah, the whole thing, like when they found out, they could have like said something. It was kind of odd.
Yeah, there's a long gap. It was like over 3 months. So there was just a lot of time.
I would love her to come on the podcast if she feels up to it. Zoom or something, or we can go over there when we're going to Scotland. We're still picking Scotland as our number one country.
Well, speaking of conspiracy theories, now there's a conspiracy theory that you're having twins because of Kate and Charles.
Gosh.
I've seen it everywhere.
You texted me literally, I think it was Friday. You're like, hey, just so you know, this Kate Middleton thing's going to come. I'm like, oh my God, absolutely not. I know. We have that stupid clip from like February that's going around too.
Why couldn't it be Kate Middleton?
Oh my God. But I guess the only good thing from that is people think I have all this power in the world. Like Trisha really has the power of the universe in her hands. Like, thank you for thinking that. I don't, but maybe I do. Not that way, but like maybe. But good lesson: be careful what you speak and verbalize. And it is so true in general. Like, okay, not to be whatever, because this is such a sad situation. But I will say, like, yeah, stuff I speak into existence, like it does come into existence, and I'm like, God, you really got to be careful what you say. And I keep calling myself fat, and that's why I say fat. It's like maybe if I'm just like, wow, I'm actually so skinny. I gotta believe it though.
It is possible because if Elvis is a Gemini.
2 personalities, but also the people like maybe you're having twins. That's not how it works. I would see 2 babies in there.
I would die though. Like that would be such a gag if you had twins.
They didn't see one in there this whole time. They're like, one's hiding in there actually. I thought that even after our first appointment the second time, I remember like, but what if it's twins? And was like, you would see 2 heartbeats. I was like, okay.
True.
You do think that though. Like I know how people think, which is like kind of funny. Y'all are wild. I think Kate will be just fine. King Charles, we don't know. He's very cryptic. Yeah, with him, they're like protecting him and not showing anything. With Kate, they're like
And the other thing too is like when with the photo thing, they threw her under the bus. Like, oh, Kate is just having a little laugh with photo editing. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
Why make her look
C as if she wrote it? She goes, guys, I'm just like a photo editor. Just like what? I'm like, what?
That's why it doesn't make sense because also, you know, when young people get cancer, it's usually aggressive. So it's like I don't know. Like I'm really worried about her.
Actually, I didn't know that. Damn. Well, I mean, it's sad. Weird. It is sad. Like, especially she's a princess of Wales. You know, people always are like.
It's very odd. Everything is very odd. I don't know. I'm kind of tapping out of the conspiracy because it's like, well, what can you do? You know,
if she like ends up. Passing, like that's sad.
Yeah,
but
it is. It's more how the royal family in general. Like I'm just like,
just do away with them all because honestly, like they don't do anything for real. Like they're not making decisions for the country. You know what I mean? Like I think back in the day they would make decisions, but I think they literally do nothing but like they're kind of like the face, they're like the mascot of the country, right? They don't really do anything.
Yeah, and like I know they do like a lot of like charity work and stuff, which is good, but you can also do that without like. Yeah. You have to be a king to do charity?
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. I think they're just like the mascot. They're like, okay, we're doing this for the.
I think it's for tourism and stuff.
Yeah, my aunt went
for sure.
My
it's
aunt
mostly
wanted
entertainment
to go
and novelty
in front of the
palace or whatever, the gates,
I have a picture in front of Buckingham. I remember taking a picture in front of there and asking what it was because there were so many people around it. I remember asking the guy that took my picture. I was like, "What is this?" Because you kind of just walk in, it's just there. It kind of looks like a prison, and you're kind of like, "Why is everyone here?"
And now
he's like, "It's Buckingham."
Now you own it.
It's true.
We're doing the salt burn of it all. The Barey Keoghan effect. Our producer has had shout out producers. Savannah wants to know what do we know about the Amish community, and would we be Amish for a week?
The only thing...
Real question.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
The only thing I know is that show on TLC.
Oh.
Remember it was like Growing Up Amish or something?
First of all, I don't think they're real Amish because like Amish people don't believe in like TV and electricity.
Well, I think they were like, they left the Amish life to live in New York.
Oh, that was like Escaping Amish or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like those were the people that we don't want anything to do with it. But I think if you're real Amish, you can't.
Yeah. I remember they left to New York. One of the girls was really cute. And then it was like, it was like a big culture shock. She's cute and all the guys wanted to date her. And then she finally like let her hair down or something. And
are you not allowed to wear your hair down?
I don't know. I think you would have to wear a thing. Like
no, if you're escaping the Amish community, I don't think you have to wear the hats anymore.
No, she escaped. That's why then she finally like took her, when she escaped, she like let her hair out.
Do they show them like coming out in their Amish gear in New York and then they're like, okay, not anymore. And then they take it off?
I think it was I have just very short, when you see something so long ago, you just have like vague like snapshots in your head of it.
I remember it, yeah.
I remember that the girl looked like, I know she was cute. She had brown hair.
Okay.
I think it was kind of like wavy.
Oh, well, I guess you have natural blonde. I thought like you can't color your hair, so it has to be brown. Okay. Would you be Amish for a week?
No.
Because it really is just like what? The core of Amish is just not having electricity.
Oh.
Right?
No technology.
No technology.
Okay,
You just live like...
live to unplug your whole life. I kind of love that. Could you imagine like how simple your life be? Because I did see a TikTok once where it's like, if you just deleted all social media, like none of these like commenters, haters would exist in your reality.
True.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of like refreshing to think about. Like if I just like completely unplugged after I win my $1.1 billion, like none of these people exist to me. Like nothing online that's fake about me is real anymore. Like none of it exists because I'm in my own world that no one's a part of.
Yeah, but that's a big condition to have the 1.1 billion, like...
I don't know. I think I'd take that condition. Wait, why?
I mean, like, to unplug, you need the 1.1 billion. Because right now, if we were Amish right now, we'd just be unemployed, so...
If we were Amish right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do it now.
We'd just be unemployed, so we can't...
Well, we can do it for a week. And then we can come back.
We can do it as a live show with no technology. We just sit there and entertain our Amish family.
But remember that movie we watched about the Amish with Tim Allen and Kirstie Alley? They like lived for it. They were like these big New Yorkers living in a penthouse, and they had to escape in the Amish community because did they do tax evasion or something weird, right?
They got framed.
Oh, did they?
Right, they got framed
for
at
what?
something
For killing?
They didn't do.
Were they in the witness protection?
No, it was just something about money, and he ran away.
Oh.
And ended up over there or something.
Anyways, they seemed much happier in the Amish community. They were just kind of like living their best lives, like making butter and like all stuff like that. And it's kind of like, it does seem peaceful.
I would be terrible at making butter. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, there's different trades. It's kind of like back in the olden days where we talk about like, were you going to be a fisherman or something, right? Weren't you going to be you're a seashell collector.
Yeah.
So you could find other things. You can make like, I don't know.
Jewelry.
Yeah. What do you do for hobbies?
All my hobby, like gaming is...
Okay, can't be Amish. We can't do our Fortnite there. But you're a squatter. You could like bring the wood to people. You know what I mean? Like the trees.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Okay.
I don't know what mine would be. I definitely can't bake. Moses definitely be a cooker for sure. You could cook lasagna for them. Wait, can they use stoves?
Fire.
Okay. You could do that easily.
I'd be a farmer. I love plants and growing plants.
I feel like you'd still have to be the entertainer.
Yeah, I think they did. Did they have like entertain? Oh, she was a fashion designer. She was like making fashion clothes for them or something like that. Or a breeder. Just have kids for everyone. Oh. Well, probably not soon. We'll reach an age limit soon.
I don't know if they share wives, but...
Oh, right. Well,
you can sing. You can sing.
Songwriter.
Yeah. I'd be Lucy Bard. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they need entertainment. I would be entertainment for sure.
Oh, that reminds me. Doja Cat was singing your song on Twitch.
What?
She was singing I Love You, Jesus. Playing, I think, Fortnite.
No.
I swear to God.
You think she's watching? So Weedy like tweeted a clip of me too and was like, what camera is this girl using? And everyone's like, oh my God, get her on the podcast.
Oh my God, I would love that.
So Weedy and Doja Cat want to come on. Where did Doja Cat? She's over the demonic phase, right?
Yeah, well, I think we're back on...
Cutesy phase?
Yeah.
Is she singing I Love You, Jesus? I think she's over the demonic phase.
She's off Instagram now. I think she's a lot more chill. And she was dealing with a lot of family stuff. So once I found out about her family stuff, I gave her a pass. I'm like, you know what?
How do you know about this stuff? Where do you find out about it?
It all came out. And then was a whole thing. She had stuff with I think it was one of her siblings and her mom or something. But,
you heard about it too? Oh my God,
brother.
so sad.
Yes.
But yeah, we love the song Agora Hills.
Moses was like upset. He's like, oh, she had a song called Agora Hills. I was like, okay. Just because we live near Agora Hills, it's like got so excited.
But it got me to listen to it, and then I liked it.
And now we know she loves I Love You, Jesus. So
That's crazy. That one does do really well. People always want to buy that song. Actually, right. Well,
If you want, you can buy that song, and you'll get it in a Birkin bag.
not a real one, though. We can't afford that. We have someone maybe possibly doing a remix on I Love You, Jesus. I think we talked about it last time.
Oh,
but
yeah, T.
she is down. She's like, send me the stuff. She even like followed up in a text. I was like, absolutely.
Love that.
I know. I was like,
That's
it's happening.
everything, yeah.
Leah wanted to know about Megan Fox on Call Her Daddy. We didn't really talk about it.
Oh, no.
Did you watch it? I just see clips.
I saw clips too.
Like, where do you watch stuff on Spotify? Like, where do you see that?
Oh, I only know because I watched yours, and like once you search up the podcast, it just like you can play the video
Like on an app?
on the Spotify app.
There's no website?
There's an app on your computer as well, but kind of like iTunes, you know.
Sounds like too much work to go watch an episode.
They didn't send me a notification to come back. They're like, come back to Spotify, watch Call Her Daddy.
No.
Because
How about have Just Trish on there? Can you reply and give some feedback and be like, I'll come back when Just Trish is on there?
Well, technically it is on there, but
Shout out.
Exclusive,
We
but-
had like one time in the transition when we were transitioning from one company to another, like there's like 2 videos up there from our Just Trish podcast.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I noticed that too. I thought you did that on purpose.
no,
I was like,
absolutely
oh.
not. And I
No,
was like,
they did it without asking us.
Oh.
and the last company did it, but then the new company was like, I guess that's fine. You can just like leave it up. But I'm like, why is it up there?
I
Do we
don't
get
even
money
know
from
how
that?
they do that. Yeah.
It was very confusing. All that technical
Shout
stuff
out
is
our
so
audio
confusing.
listeners though, because I don't know how you guys do
Oh,
it.
shout out audio listeners for sure. We for sure get monetized off that. So thank you.
Especially that first half when you were just pointing to different things on set, and I'm like, what are the audio listeners gonna think?
Wait, what? The first
With the
episode?
photos, you're like, oh, this one.
This
This
now?
one. No, the beginning when you
Today?
Yes. With the Rolling Stone and then the beauty.
I forget. Wow, we gotta talk about. We have this question. We need to know.
I like that she was open about her plastic surgery stuff. I thought that was cool.
She gatekeeped one though. What do you think she gatekeeped?
That's what I want to know. She said that I did one thing that it's like a very underground plastic surgery, and I'm gonna gatekeep it and not tell you. And
Underground.
I really want to know.
Labiaplasty, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think she did. Only because I saw a doctor on TikTok talking about it. It's one that a lot of people don't talk about it. She had 3 kids.
What does it do? Makes it fresh? Like,
Well, I don't think I can talk about it because I think my mom talked about it. She had it, I think, right. Oh, no, she had vaginal rejuvenation. I'm not really sure. Actually, I don't know the difference.
oh.
I actually don't know where the labia is, to be honest. Is it the outside or the inside?
I think it's people that have an outie and they want to be an innie.
I don't think so. I think this was like after birth, she had stuff like happening with it and a king. Because I think my mom had the vaginal rejuvenation. And after birth, she had stuff that was like out.
That's what I mean. Just things are hanging.
So the labia's
outie,
inside?
hanging out.
You never took.
It's like
Anatomy?
circumcision.
I don't know where the labia is. I wonder what the lips. Oh, this is too graphic. Anyways, Patreon if you want to know more about the labia, but we can Google it there. There's too many things. There's like a vulva and a labia and a clitoris.
Yeah.
It's not that complicated.
Oh, it's very complicated.
It sounds complicated.
It's very complicated.
And then
Penises are just penises. Uvula.
uvula. Right?
Uterus,
That's a lot.
hysterectomy,
Yeah.
ovaries, cyst, cervix.
Just throwing out words.
Well, they're all in there. They're all in
You're
there.
like a 4th grader
Wow.
biology class.
Oh no, I think Megan Fox. I think she's so pretty. She's poised. She said it doesn't sound like her and MGK are together. I don't really have much feelings either way about her.
Yeah, I think everything that she's gone through, because she went through a lot, like in the Transformers era, feminism wave. So I every time she talked about that, I like feel for her. The MGK thing's got a little wild, but that's her thing, like the drinking the blood and.
Well, she was trying to defend the drinking the blood. It's like when you're kids and you cut each other's fingers and you're like, we're blood brothers. Yeah, that's what she said. And I was like, I don't know if that's quite the same because you're like adults drinking blood.
And I never did that as a kid either. But
we used to really? Yeah, we used to do it. Like you would cut your finger or something and like
I've
push
seen
it
that in
together.
movies, but.
Maybe that's where we saw it, but we used to do it all the time. I used to have scabs on my legs all the time, so I'd pick the scabs and I would just pretend it was my finger and I'd put it there.
Sick.
You gotta do what you gotta do for that commitment, but they're also kids and these people are grown adults, so.
So you wouldn't do that as an adult? You would
Drink blood? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Did you?
No, never. Ugh, that makes me, even like Halloween, the fake blood makes me a little like.
Even, the Barey Keoghan scene in Saltburn when he was like doing it, I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I thought, like, who even makes that movie? I was just like, that's such a weird scene to put in there. Hunter wants to know, another one of our producers, thoughts on the solar eclipse happening in April. Science.
Wow. I have no idea. Remember the show Heroes with Hayden Panettiere?
Ooh, I remember the commercials for it. I never saw it.
Yeah, when she was the cheerleader.
Is that what it's about? Because I remember.
Save the world.
Right, and there was like a little eclipse going over. Is that what it is?
Maybe we'll get like superpowers.
Is that what it's about?
I don't know. I know literally nothing about it.
It only happens every 400 years.
Oh, so we should like really pay attention.
April 8th. You have to go to Texas to see it.
What? You can't see it from here?
No, absolutely not.
Are you serious? Only Texas? Mm-hmm. Why? But it's in the sky. It's the same sky everywhere, right?
Well, it must be closer to Texas. I don't know, but...
The moon is closer to Texas?
I think it's the solar eclipse. I think it's the sun. I think if it was a lunar eclipse, it's the moon.
You are so smart.
I know about moon and suns sometimes.
What he's asking is probably about, there's so many like conspiracies about things that are going to happen during this solar eclipse. And
what's going to happen?
I don't know. I mean, it's not...
Can you give us one?
Says, like, that's probably what he's talking about.
Well, give us a conspiracy
like,
so we can talk about it.
Let me see.
Okay. I was like, it's not important.
No, people are talking about like, you always hear it, like 2012, like a reset or
Y2K,
some kind of like there's a certain kind of a reset.
I'm ready for a reset.
Happened. And I mean, we had a huge one with the pandemic.
I think I'm down for it. It was like in Little Shop of Horrors. Did you ever see that movie?
No.
You look like Seymour today, actually.
Oh.
You never seen it?
Mm-mm.
Corbin Bleu is playing Seymour on Broadway right now. But yeah, I think the little plant that eats people came from the solar eclipse.
Oh, so
it's
we'll
like,
get that.
Yeah, I was like, it's a total eclipse of the sun. He's like, it got very dark, and then a strange buzzing sound out of nowhere came. It's like, Dadu, and then the plant appeared, and he became super. You should watch it. You look like Rick Moranis from Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh, I'm from your YouTube.
Yeah,
your
you never
outro.
seen it? You gotta see it.
No.
Yeah, Rick Moranis is he was in the Flintstones. He's great.
What was your outro again? It was like...
All right, guys, thanks for watching. And until next time, hi to Rick Moranis in here. My kissies for little baby fishies. Whenever I needed a freaking intro. At least mine, or outro. Mine was original. Unlike Joey. Not the Hunger Games ripoff. May the odds be ever in your favor. Goodbye. God, so much Joey slander. Just kidding. We love Joey, but there's so much.
Did we?
Yeah, I feel like we always talk about him. There's always like a little Joey Graceffa plug here. We love to see it. And all of that and more. If you guys loved this episode, which I'm sure you want more, we're going to go over to Patreon, you guys. Okay, we're going to go on to Patreon. Oh, wait, real quick. Oscar, you had a specific question from Quincy, our producer.
Oh, okay.
He said that you guys have similar taste in music. He wants to know if you like Muna, Chapel, Roan, Peach PRC, and Boy Genius.
I like Muna.
Oh.
Boy Genius I'd like a lot too. A little too sad for me though.
Never heard of any of these people, but
Boy
you're crushing
Genius
it.
is like the Phoebe Bridgers band. A lot of these, they're very queer, these four.
Oh,
Chappelle,
maybe I should get into it then.
Yeah, Chappelle is opening up for Olivia Rodrigo right now.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who's the other one?
Roan?
Chappelle Roan, that's one person.
Oh,
yeah.
Peach PRC. I put a comma in between.
That one I don't know. That's the only one I don't know.
No peaches.
But yeah, the other ones, yes. We love queer artists.
Okay, I didn't know. I like that even more. To me, this sounds like hip hop or something, but if they're queer, I'm here for it. I don't know any of these people, but if I would have to pick, I'm going to say Boy Genius. Oh, Boy Genius was on SNL. That sounds so familiar.
Oh, yeah, with the Troye Sivan skit.
Love.
Yes, and Tiffany.
Okay, yeah, we're all about Boy Genius then. Thank you for that, Quincy, and we appreciate you being here. And queer. I don't know if you're queer, but we appreciate the queer music shout out. We love to see it. Okay, so saving for this, just because I see it like so brought up everywhere. Like I feel like we love a spill sesh. We love, all that. Like they talk about Josh Peck, and I was just like, okay, we kind of have a little Josh Peck history. We have a little Josh Peck relation. All comes back down to the Vlog Squad and David, of course. Anything kind of like a little sus always comes back to me and David time together. And I was like, this is when I know Josh. We kind of were like on the Josh bandwagon again because he like gave me credit. He like credited his YouTube career to me, and I was like, "Wow, thank you, Brandon. I'm on cancel. Thank you so much." I was like, "Let's have him on, sure." But then now I'm seeing this is just like it is the worst part about. It's his past isn't even that past. Dude, the clip of him on his podcast talking about how Jennette McCurdy like owes him.
Yeah,
that she owes us. Like we're gonna put this episode on OnlyFans. I was just like. Why do you have to give me the ick? Like, just when I'm starting to like you again. And it's like, just so, and then of course you're like, okay, he was friends with David Dobrik. He does still defend them. He's still like this. It's just so ick. And then all the stuff that he said about, like Drake prior. Did you see? Okay. So I'm not like a Drake and Josh fan because I really do think that was like over, like past my time. Like I really wasn't watching. I remember the Amanda Show and I remember them on the Amanda Show, but you see the clip of him talking about like how he was he saw Drake at an event and he told him to apologize to his wife And he's like, I had a Sopranos moment. This is Josh. He's like, I had a Sopranos moment. I go to Drake. I'm like, you apologize to my wife right now. And then Drake and his wife at the time had a podcast. And they're like, that's not how it happened at all. Like, it was like so weird. But him just trying to be like this big guy or whatever. I don't know their history. I don't know, like, whatever. Drake talks so highly of Josh. He's always just like, that's my brother. Even now, he's like, don't send Josh hate. Yeah. Meanwhile, I just saw, I don't know if it was like comments on his, it must have been a comments because it was one with Tana. So it must have been an old thing where everyone's just like giving him so much hate and stuff like that because he, so really what was it? Because I feel like with this whole thing, right, he wasn't in the documentary Quiet on Set.
No, he wasn't featured in it.
So he's speaking out. Drake said he privately apologized and then Josh did a public apology. Is it like a sincere one? Because it's like, oh, maybe now I realize this stuff, or did he always know? People speculate the hush money of it all, right? Because I think Jennette McCurdy said in a separate interview that she was offered, I think in her book, she was offered $300,000
to never speak about.
Yeah. And they're like, well, it's free money. And so everyone's like, oh, Josh took the hush money or whatever. Yeah. It's hard because it's like maybe in one sense he didn't know if Drake didn't talk about it, right? It didn't happen on the set of Drake and Josh. Maybe he didn't know. His experience was like, it didn't happen to me. So it's really interesting. And now he's trying to say like, I stand with the victims. It's like that. I mean, now there's overwhelming amount of evidence, but why would you not believe Drake?
Yeah, I think the big inciting incident was like the day Quiet on Set was airing or had aired and people were already talking about it. He posted a TikTok and he used a sound that was like, if I knew you in 2023, I don't know you now. It was like very, like, I don't give a F. It was like
bad timing or on purpose?
I want to say it was bad timing.
But you think maybe not?
A lot of people don't think it was bad timing. It was just like,
yeah.
You have to kind of be so out of touch. Yeah. I think like
you heavily monitor when stuff goes down, like what you're saying.
And you knew when the docuseries was going to come out, obviously, and you know it's about Nickelodeon stars, that people who your co-stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so how could you not, like, be ignorant and like post this sound?
He's always been very anti-Drake to me. Like he's always been very and never really clear why. But Drake has always been really like, we're brothers, like this and that. So it's like very weird relationship where Josh wants nothing to do with Drake, but then Drake, only when it's convenient. Here's my other thing, right? Is like, he did kind of exploit the whole Drake and Josh thing when he was friends with David, because David was obsessed with Drake and Josh. And so I think Josh probably wanted to get so far away from Drake and Josh, but David was like insistent upon it. So, you know, you got to serve the master. So he literally was just like, I remember they blindfolded David. I just saw it because it popped up recently. And it was like him and Drake like singing the theme song. Yeah. Were you a fan back then? Yeah. You're like, I love that time actually. Song is catchy. Song is super catchy.
Or Drake and Josh?
Well, like, did David? The Black Spot have a song?
I mean, David. I was a fan of David, and when he did that,
right.
Video,
so you remember? Yeah. So you remember Josh in the Vlog, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you a fan of Drake and Josh?
I didn't really get into Drake and Josh as much as the other shows. Like I watched all the other like problematic shows, like the Victorious, like iCarly. The Amanda
you did?
Show. Yeah, but not Drake and Josh really.
Wait, so you watched the Amanda Show and Victorious?
I watched the Amanda Show, all that. I grew up with like all that, like. And the Amanda Show and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you must have been really little because I watched it and I'm like younger than Amanda. So I'm like, I'm a little younger than them. I think I'm like a couple years younger. And I remember being like a little kid. So you must have been really little watching it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like Lori Beth Denberg.
Yeah. Oh my God. I loved her too. She always had to like play a parent. She was like a teenager or something like that. Keenan.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he made it through. Dan Schneider was on Good Burger, which is like so crazy to me. Like he always like put himself in roles and I'm always like kind of weird too. But
yeah.
I don't know. Josh speaking out about all this, it's like it's kind of a little too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the sound on that TikTok, and then obviously got people riled up because it seemed like it was like shade towards the people who like participated, specifically Drake, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird. Like why? I don't know. It's just so out of pocket. Like the timing was so bad, and like how did you not think that when you posted that people might connect that to Drake? If you know, benefit that if it wasn't about him, you know.
Yeah, we see like the clips that people are reposting of like him on the podcast, like his like veil like shifting because he just seems so nice, like, and he's always been like so nice in person and like so personable and stuff like that, and you're like okay, I love this person, but sometimes when you see a little bit of like the curtain pulled back, you're just kind of like, ooh, that's kind of like, that's not it, you know what I mean? It's very like that. So
yeah, and I get. Again, benefit of the doubt. I get maybe why distancing yourself because of all the stuff that like has come out about Drake before, obviously Quiet on Set, you know, like the problematic stuff. So maybe that has something to do with it. Like he just didn't want to like be associated with someone who had like these, you know, allegations and
That's
like
true.
pled guilty, you know?
And just because you grew up with someone doesn't mean you have to be like them forever.
Yeah. But the timing of this, and then like also, the Jennette McCurdy thing is very, very weird.
That was ick. I was like, oh, why did he say it? But it's also like these guys maybe just, they're just being these awful. That's why we don't like straight guys. Like they just are so, they don't know the delicacy of the situation. Like she said not to air it, and then like, well, maybe we'll put it on OnlyFans. It's like, okay, wait, what? Like you just missed the whole point of everything.
And she was so open during that press tour, and
what happened?
Imagine how out of pocket it must have been for her to not be comfortable with it running. You know what I mean?
Right.
She talked about like everything. Like ET interviewed her. She did like all the morning shows and stuff. You know?
And
she
very
did other
open.
podcasts. She has I think she did her own podcast, like a couple episodes. So she's talked about all this stuff. Her book, she says everything, you know? So,
right. So why didn't she want it out?
Yeah. Like how uncomfortable did you make her that she wasn't happy with the episode and wanting it to air, you know?
Yeah. This is the whole cringy, like she owed us. I was like, well, like that to me deserves more of an apology. Well, I guess, what was he apologizing to? Drake said he got an apology. What did he get the apology for? The TikTok or just not standing by him? Or
I'm assuming probably both. Yeah.
Because then he like apologized, but it's like, okay, but maybe you should apologize to McCurdy because like, what the hell? Like, that's so weird. Like, whatever you did. And then also to be like, she owes us all. It's like.
Yeah, I think it's kind of this thing where, like, obviously his experience with either Dan or like any, you know, like Brian Peck or any of those other ones, like it's not the same as the other like victims or whatever. Like he probably had like a decent experience on these shows or whatever, but you can't like invalidate other people's
of course. Like just because it didn't happen to you, it's like I think Tana got the hard hitting questions from him because she was on his podcast like I think a year ago, and she's asking him. She's like, I went down to Dan Schneider, like Cole, like tell me, like I need to know, like, and he's like he was just a tough boss, like that's what he said. So. But yeah, I mean, totally. I feel like my experiences for sure, like with different things, is like so different than others. So you like can't really like share it. You know?
Just don't be an asshole and like invalidate other people's experiences.
Yeah, maybe he's learned his lesson.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. But
are we Team Josh still or no?
I don't know.
Is he a guest on Just Trish?
It might take a bit for us to like get over this one, like because
I say no. I almost yemmed him, but I was like maybe not.
Yeah. I think this has to, you know, I feel like we forget about things pretty quick. So maybe in a couple months
we'll
forget about it. But
I don't want to forget about it too much.
Drake has been very graceful about the whole thing too, I guess. But
right. So we're like, okay, but like, yeah, I think it's more like pros for Josh. It's like, okay, he didn't write a letter to defend Brian Peck back then, you know, like he's not saying it didn't happen, right? He distances himself for whatever reason. He should distance himself from the Vlog Squad more. I don't know. I feel like he's still connected to it, but he's, you know, problematic. I'm problematic king with problematic people.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like he's learned his lesson, I think, too. Who I'm not going to forgive, though, for sure, is like the Ned's Declassified people. Did you see them?
Oh, my.
On TikTok?
That was wild.
That was so terrible.
I don't know Ned's Declassified. I don't know the show, but those people are wild. I hate talking about them. Like, but then that whole thing with like the butt stuff, I'm just like, y'all are sick.
Talking about holes and stuff when all this serious stuff is coming out is ridiculous. Again, obviously, it's not your experience. I don't even think it was a Dan Schneider show. I don't think so.
Definitely not, because it was not successful. No one watched it. You know what I mean?
So obviously, you don't have that experience, but again, don't invalidate it. And to make jokes like that, like so crass.
Oh, yeah.
Ridiculous.
And you can't forgive that. You can't apologize. Because, like, okay, this is like a serious thing. There's like a serious, like, Josh just could be looked at poor time. Maybe he pre-recorded it and it's like poor timing or whatever. But this is very like
live
direct.
Moments,
yeah. Ned's Declassified is wild. Y'all are nasty with your stories. I don't even like talking about, I think one time we were trying to talk about one of the stories they talked about. And I was like, this is gross. Like, why are they talking about this?
Yeah, hooking up with each other.
Yeah, who gave them a podcast? Nobody cares about Ned's Declassified.
But that's the other thing too, is like what they talk about, like hooking up with each other when they're so young, and then the girl on it said that like she had no recollection that she like had sex with one of her co-stars. Like she just woke up and she realized, kind of insinuating something there.
Yeah.
So if also you have those shady experiences, why would you like invalidate other people? You know, it's so weird.
They're just not thinking, they're not processing it or something like that.
It's so, there's so many layers to the whole like Nickelodeon thing. It's odd.
No,
and,
it's dark. It's like a little twisted. It's like, yeah.
And I don't blame anyone who doesn't come forward, you know, like.
That's so true, because so many people are like, where's Ariana? Where is, you know, all these, what's her name, Jamie Lynn Spears?
Yeah.
It's like, but Jamie Lynn Spears is vocal about everything, so it's like, why is she not? And not saying why is she not, but it's like, you're vocal about literally every single thing in your life. And it's interesting that she, like, I guess Yeah, I guess if it's trauma, right? If you're going through a trauma thing, which maybe she really did, because like the behind the scenes stuff, it's like Miranda Cosgrove too, like the one of like Dan Schneider like hugging her from behind and stuff when she's like 18, looking visibly uncomfortable. Like maybe you do just want to forget about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like not. So, anyways, Jamie Lynn, I don't love Jamie Lynn, but yeah, I guess she.
Yeah,
needs
in this
to.
case, I kind of feel for anyone who doesn't speak out. Even Amanda, TMZ, I guess, like talked to her team. And she said that they reached out to her, obviously, to be a part of Quiet on Set, but she said she would have nothing to contribute, so that's why she turned it down, which is really interesting.
What a weird statement.
And they try to get the parents to be a part of it as well, but they also turned it down. But specifically for Amanda, it's that she views like didn't have any issues or whatever, and she specifically turned it down because she would have nothing to contribute to like the narrative. That
Who said that?
TMZ got that statement from Amanda's team.
That sounds sus. Because it's like, that sounds sus. I just don't trust anyone in Amanda's team because like her family and stuff all try to like silence her like way back when. You said the Twitter was indeed fake that was out there, but she did have a Twitter account that she was very vocal on when she said she wanted Drake to like murder her. Like, you know, she was pretty vocal and she seemed like she was silenced at some point. You know what I mean? I feel for her. I love her. I would love Amanda Bynes on. I would not even ask God Dan Snyder. I like really love her. Like watching all this, one thing that I like researched was like, God, those kids were so talented and so good. And like Amanda Bynes was like such like a little star. And like the fact that she got like taken advantage of by like her parents and like probably just by a lot of people, like it just makes me feel for her. And yeah, she's trying to become a nail tech now, and I would love to get my nails done by Amanda Bynes. That would be so cool. And again, I wouldn't even be like a fan asking questions. I just like want to know her vibe and that she's okay. She seems like she's doing okay. She's on. Is it TikTok that she's verified?
TikTok, yeah.
I try to message her. She follows me. I try to message her. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good. The Drake thing's sad. Everything's sad. The whole thing is just awful.
And it's just weird, like growing up, because I was such a Nick kid. So it's like see all these scenes and like adult eyes. I'm like, oh my God, this is wild.
Yeah. Watching it back, it is kind of like weird and like disturbing. Like even the ones I didn't see, like Victoria's, where she's like squeezing the potato and stuff. I'm like, oh my God,
It's
like
just
what the
so
heck?
weird, because as a kid, I'd watch that and I literally never thought anything of it.
Right. And why was Dan recording all them? Like, you know, you see all the vlogs of him and like them like sit up, he's coming, you know, like, just being scared. I'm like, it's kind of weird. Shout out to the guy that's on Victorious. I don't know his name, but he always like they said that he was always trying to like protect them and like get the like attention away from them and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
I don't know his name. I don't watch the show, but they said he would like show up on set even when it wasn't like his time to work and stuff. Just
was
because
it
he
like
was like
the hot guy on
kind of, yeah.
Avon?
Like, yeah. No, there's like an adult. Was Avon like young on the show?
He was young, yeah.
There was like an adult person. I know that guy because that guy's on TikTok, I think, Avon or whatever. But yeah, he seemed to be. The whole thing is dark. I wish I could I wish there was more I could add to it or deep dive into it, but honestly, like I don't think I could handle it. I think it's like there's just so much, and there's bad ways of handling this stuff too. Like we talk about like Alexa Nichols, like she did this deep dive into like Drake's people that like you know his victims and stuff like that, and it's just like they didn't want their stories told. They're like I don't consent to this, so it's like it's so hard because it's like talking about Ariana Grande and Amanda Bynes when maybe they don't want to be talked about, you know what I mean, or they don't want to be part of this narrative. It's very hard and very difficult, and I feel for them because a lot of it was centered around them. I'm sure Ariana's just like, and maybe that's why, you know, Ariana's got some issues too. You know what I mean? Like she maybe had
some
little
memories she wants to delete.
Yeah, she's got some trauma she's working with and dealing through, and I don't know. All of it's very sad, and it makes me question child stars. We need just the AI child stars. I feel if they need them, you don't know, like create like a fake one. You know what I mean? Like a little. Remember who's that fake meme? You remember that pop star girl?
The hologram girl.
Do you remember Michaela? Little Michaela.
Yes.
They need to do a Little Michaela for like child scenes that they need, or just write children out of these movies. I don't know. It seems all just like a lot.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. But hopefully they're, you know, it's good. And I'm glad they're getting this whereas Drake probably feels some sort of a redemption. Although it's kind of scary that Brian Peck's just like out there.
Yeah.
After 16 months in prison, like that's. You know, that's sad. That's just like sad. I don't know. It's like you did this to me and you have no repercussions really. You got hired on a Disney Channel show after this. So at least he's getting the story out there and bringing awareness to these things and more people will talk about it, you know. And it brings lights back onto the Corey Haim and Corey Feldman situations too, which is really good. You know, I had an interview with Corey Feldman and he talked about this stuff. And I think it's important to just keep talking about it so people are aware, people know, people believe the children. And no 14-year-old can tempt anyone. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Period, blank, period, blank. Yeah, okay. Well, we're on the fence with Josh. Right now he's on the no guest list of Trish, but
we always are rooting for a redemption, I think.
Yeah, I guess he tried.
Yeah. at least he apologized. So.
And you know what? That's the first step. And if you can hang on to that and not be insensitive in the future, we're good. You guys check out the cups at justtrish.com. Limited run. They're not going to be here tomorrow. They might be. We'll be promoting this for like 10 months. Check out Rolling Stone. Check out Beauty Creations. And check out our Patreon. We're going to do an extended. It gets loose. The dogs come out. And I'm just going to have a wild time. We'll also have a bonus video this week. Might be the croissants. Might be. Did we fix the Guitar Hero?
I don't think so because.
Okay. I mean, we can talk about it later. Okay. Well, we're gonna try it, and we'll have a bonus video for you guys there. Go to patreon.com/justtrish. There's new headshots coming. Oh, by the way, to get the headshot and the sticker of the month, you have to sign up by April 10th. It'll shop out April 15th. We love you guys so much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.